And after I extend the olive branch, you call me a dick eater. So to me, that's spitting in my face. So you're a bitch. And it's not personal for me. I'm just calling you what you are. You're a bitch. Now, what I was about to say. What's next? Some people probably gonna get upset by me saying that, but it is what it is. I'm coming on here and say what I'm gonna say. Now, here's the other thing.
In that fool head, man. We living rent free in his head.
Oh, I'm not even concerned about the other guy, the guy whose Twitter account it is, because to me he's irrelevant. I don't know him. He's not been on the channel. I didn't personally extend anything to him, so I don't care about him. That's why I haven't said anything about who he is or what he is. I don't care. I know he lives vicariously through another man as well, but I don't really care. It's the one that I extended the olive branch to, that went on there and made that comment, is who I have a problem with. Cause that's nowhere near a man. You a bitch, a straight up bitch, hoe ass nigga. Now, anyway, where was I about to go? The other thing that I'm going to rant on, Jay, is this whole situation with Shakur Stevenson. Now, I don't understand this, but somehow, and they never say anything about you, Jay. I guess they know that the bullets come from me, right? They come from both of us. They really come from both of us, but they know a lot of times the I don't know, the ammo, if you will, is loaded in for me, right? Like, okay. Anyway, so we're haters because we put out a video of Shakur Stevenson making a comment about Gervonta Davis, and then we highlighted the fact that just a year ago he also retired. And we're haters because of that. And then we had people that came on there. Man, I wish I could actually find this Twitter post, because this is a classic example of what I mean when I say, man, these cats do not know what they even talking about, man. Like, some of these dudes, it's like, what are you talking about? Okay, this dude said to me, that it's the fact that the man obviously was not actually in any world going to actually retire, which, man, that is worded poorly. Because I mean, I can get when you word something poorly when you're talking, but damn, you writing it. Man has stated that he is not leaving the 135-pound division anytime soon, but you posted this as if the same, when in reality, Tank indeed has true intentions on retiring from the sport. All right, that's what he said, right? So here's my response to that, and he hasn't responded yet. And many people said this in the comment section, but he ain't really trying to retire. No, that's not what he said. You guys are haters. Here's my response. Your argument is weak, and here's why. Shakur said he was retiring. That's a fact. You're speculating about his feelings, but he never actually expressed them outright. Even if I were to entertain your point, Gervonta Davis has been talking about retiring for the last 3 years and hasn't done so. So using your logic, he has no intention on really doing so. So if wanting to retire makes someone soft, then it applies to both of them. You can't have it both ways. Pick one. How is it that you're saying that you can actually talk about the true intentions of Shakur Stevenson, yet Gervonta Davis has been talking about retiring over the last 3 years and he hasn't done it yet either? So what? So then what must his intentions be? Like, what are we talking about here? But this is the fandom. But all I did was throw it out there, and all of a sudden everybody mad with AM Sports Media. Don't be mad at us. Don't be mad at us.
None of it up. We use his own words.
Yeah, don't be mad with us. Be mad with yourself. Oh, and by the way, that cat that I'm talking about, you still a bitch. Now let's move on to the next. You ready?
Let's get it, my brother. Let's get it.
Just some hoe, man. Some real hoes out here, man. Some real hoes. Real hoes.
We're retired.
All right, man. We switching topics to Gervonta Davis. Jay, I'll go ahead and let you kick us off, man, because I've been talking a while now. I'm pissed, man. I'm pissed. You can tell in my energy, dog. Like, if I were to see that dude right now, and he were to, because here's my thing, Jay. Would you talk to me like that if you saw me in person? I know you wouldn't, because I'd slap the taste out of your mouth. Because men don't talk to men like that. So cats living on Twitter land, and then I extended an olive branch to you. That's the part that I hate. I extended an olive branch to you, and you sit up there and you disrespect me. Oh shit. Let's go, man. They say I got music playing. Oh, okay. It ain't playing no more.
Nah, hey Hannibal. Nah, it's not a fact that what you talking about here. You said we can criticize everyone, but Tank, we can criticize everyone. It don't matter. But it's strictly he's been a hypocrite by saying it's soft now, but it wasn't soft when he did it. You know, that's the thing. Just keep the same energy up. If it was soft when Tank doing it now, although Tank's been talking about for a while, and he also said he has a list of guys that he wants to get before he gets out of the game. Shakur just said, "Bump, I'm out." So it's not the same. But anyway, about Tank Davis.
Oh man, we gotta give ASVP TV some love. He hit us with $1.99. I appreciate you, ASVP TV. ASVP TV is actually the one that brought it to our attention in regards to this gentleman who made that comment. Gentleman, he was the one that brought it to our attention. And what's so funny? That same dude and this is part of the reason why the dude that I was talking about, I'm not even hating on, or not hating on, but saying something negative about, is because he's going on his Twitter to say stuff about us, but all he's doing is pushing fans our way. Many of the people in the Discord were the ones we met through following him. They found us through him. Many of the people on the channel found us through you. Thank you for the free publicity. Anyway, but the other one, bitch, straight up bitch. Anyway, let's go.
AKA too short.
Straight bitch. Anyway, let's go, man. Let's go.
But yeah, about Tank. So there's been speculation. People were putting out that Tank kept fired Calvin and Kenny and everything, and he was going.
No. We on Shakur says Tank is soft. I addressed it, but
what?
We on Shakur as Tank. We on a different topic. Shakur says Tank is soft. We're on that topic. I was just highlighting. Yeah, I was just highlighting it. We haven't actually talked about it. I was just really highlighting it. But let's go ahead, because I haven't even given you your opportunity to talk about it. So I was just going on my rant. But go ahead.
No, I mean it's just being a hypocrite, bro. I mean the thing about it is, I will say this generation, that generation, they've all retired. Within the last 2 years, Tanks has said what he's going to do. He wants to retire. Devin retired. Ryan retired. T.O. retired. Shakur retired. They're all retiring, without the thing about the difference is they're retiring right away. Tank said he's out of this game at the end of 2025. These other cats, I'm just done because I can't get the fight I want, or whatever reason it may be. I didn't think any of them were going to retire anyway, like Devin, Shakur, or T.O., but all the time about they were going to retire just because they lost or got mad about something is ridiculous. I'm gonna take time off. I might not come back. I'm done. I made good money. It doesn't make sense for for them to keep saying they're gonna retire. It's bullshit on that. Devin, when they asked Devin about it, Devin like, I don't care. That's what Devin said, which I could respect that. He didn't call it soft, But Shakur is just, man. Shakur is funny. He's a funny dude. Hell of a fighter, but a funny dude when he be on Twitter. Shakur Twitterson. He calls himself that for a reason. It's good, Yeah, Big Supreme, they all threatened retirement and all that shit there because they were mad because they couldn't get in certain fights. Keep pushing. And then when you sign to a promoter and you instruct that promoter not to make the fight with Tank, it's just funny to me. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the whole calling it soft. It ain't making sense to me.
Yeah. All right, well, shoot. Is that all you want to say on that one? I think I done got everything that I want to get out. And here's another thing that I'm going to complain about, Jay, because, see, these motherfuckers, listen, so I'm in the comment section, Jay, and this cat telling me that we copied off of somebody named 78 Sports TV, that our list and setup and layout is based off 78 Sports TV. Jay, do you know who 78 Sports TV is prior to this gentleman saying 78 Sports TV?
Nah, I didn't.
No, and I didn't either. The assumption is that we know everybody that's doing YouTube boxing. And just because they're big doesn't mean they've ever come across our feed based off what we've seen. I've never heard of this dude. And when I went to go check out his page, like, number one, and no disrespect to that man, because that I'm pretty sure that man had put in the work. He got 94, almost 95,000 subscribers. Salute to him. Like, he's doing this thing. Good job on him. And I appreciate what he's doing for the sport. However, I only saw him do that one time in a video. And when I saw what he put up in his video to suggest that we stole what he was doing versus what we're doing are you kidding me? It's worlds different. It's worlds different. Just because there's a list doesn't mean it's the same. Right?
Complete different. I
mean, we all got legs, but that don't mean we can all run a 4-3, right? So don't hit me up with that. We're biting anybody's stuff. I don't know that gentleman. This thought process right here came up from PTI. That was the idea behind it. PTI. And to give everybody something different for 2025. So miss me with the we're biting anybody's stuff. Man, just come in and say, man, damn, I can't even lie about it, man. Y'all look good out there, man. What you did look good. Like 78 Sports did this, but man, what y'all doing, I can see what y'all doing, man. That look good. Instead of all that, man, you doing that, man, stop. Hey, nah, bastards. Anyway, I'm just mad, dog, because like, man, there's so many people that's been just talking. Like, man, you just congratulate, dog. We leveling up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Stop, hey. And the other gentleman who I was just talking about, who mad because who keep posting and talking about us, he just mad because he thought when Errol Spence lost that we were gonna die, Jay. Then all of a sudden, a year and a half later, my God, they've more than doubled. Why won't they just die? I want them to die. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. It ain't gonna happen. Hating ass nigga, stop hating. Anyway, all right, I'm back. What's the next subject? All right. Yeah.
Do you at least see a knockout? Do you think the fight ends with a knockout? I don't think it ends in a knockout, Johnson replied in one line. While he acknowledged Davis' devastating knockout power, he suggested that Roach Jr. might not give Davis the opportunity for an early stoppage. I don't think he'll give it to him. He's going to be moving around. You know what I mean? He's definitely going to be moving around. Do you at least see a knockout? Do you think the fight ends with a knockout? I don't think it ends in a knockout.
Before training with them, it does other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And at the last presser, Calvin Ford was actually there. You know, he was actually there at the end. You know, so what the big deal was it? You got some audio playing, Greg?
No, I don't. I cut it off. It's good. It's good. Go on. There's no audio playing right now. It's good.
But yeah, so Tank addressed this in I think he was live on IG, I believe. And he said he got Calvin tatted on. It's for life. It's loyalty. You know, he ain't going nowhere. And Coach Kenny already said Calvin's going to meet up with him later. You know, he's doing stuff with Barry Hunter right now, and that's part of the program. You know, we don't know the whole methodology behind it, how he goes with Barry and then comes back with Calvin intertwined. But we know Calvin is the head trainer. You know, we know Coach Kenny is in there as well. So I mean, he just proved that all that bullshit people were saying that Tank is done with Coach Calvin is bullshit. They ain't done. They still together. Ain't no deal. Ain't no problem with that.
That's all you got?
Yeah, man. You got all I don't got energy like you.
I got the energy today. So supposedly Gervonta Davis was not going to be working Salute Creole the Traveler with Calvin Ford. And the question where it came from, like, where did that come from? For those of you who are we got 103 people in the comment, in the live stream right now. If you could you please tell us where you first heard or where you know the source is coming from in regards to Calvin Ford no longer being a part of Gervonta Davis's camp? I think I know where it came from, but could you all just, while you at it, can you just put it in the comment section where this whole notion that Calvin Ford was no longer, because I'm hearing it's a specific content creator that put that out there. And
I know he's on it.
And that's the reason why it's been addressed in such a manner. So GM, I heard it was one and not the other. I heard it was the second one, not the first one. I'm not gonna put any. I'm not saying nobody's name on here. You're not getting no free press off me. But that gentleman seems to put out a lot of information out there into the streets, and there are a lot of people that follow him blindly. There's a gentleman that supports this channel. He's a huge Terence Crawford fan. His name is Band Up. A lot of people call him Band-Aid.
He in the building. Band Up here.
Yeah, he supports this gentleman through and through and take what this gentleman says as the gospel. Now, this gentleman was actually part of the reason why I was inspired to create a channel. And I kept putting my foot in Jason, saying we got to start this channel. We got to start this. Jason is the reason why. Jason is the reason why y'all haven't seen us. Y'all didn't see us 2 years earlier. He is the reason. Am I lying? Am I lying?
Bruh.
Am I lying? Am I lying?
Yeah.
You weren't the reason. You weren't the reason why we didn't start.
2 years. 2 years.
2 years earlier. I wasn't talking about this in 2019.
Bruh, COVID hit. The fuck?
Man, shut up. COVID was the perfect time to do it. Anyway.
Exactly. Man, I was moving everything, man. Shut up, man.
No, I want to hear that. It's your fault, and you know it. We
Get
both
back on topic. Get back on topic.
But I never thought this was true, just because of what Gervonta Davis has said in the past. And I mean, you never know what direction a fighter is going to go in. You never know what's going to happen with a fighter. You don't know. But I just never felt like this was going to be the case, just because of that bond and what we've heard about those two and what they've gone through together. I just never felt that was going to be the case. So I'm optimistic about them being together on what is it, March? What's the date? Is it the 15th? I don't recall. But in March, whenever they get together and he takes on Lamont Roach, I fully expect Calvin Ford to be in the corner. I'm excited about it. I don't ever want to see that tandem break up. I don't want to see that tandem stop in the sport of boxing until Gervonta Davis has retired. So Greg would try to put Jason. Yeah, I put Jason on blast. I put Jason on blast every week. Jason has been in jail. Jason is a steroid user and peddler. I've said everything under the sun about Jason on here. He know. We are a team.
Ohio style lyrics. You see how this type of shit I have to deal with. This is the type of shit I deal with. But what y'all don't see is, like, after he does this shit here, he get that work. And the more I wake, give him a call, cuss his ass out real quick, you know.
So I promised that I was gonna be the same authentic Greg when I got on the camera versus off the camera. I do this to Jason in front of the camera. Jay, am I the same off the camera? I'm saying the same thing to you off the camera, am I not?
You don't.
Hey man, when you gonna stop lying, bro? When you gonna stop lying, dude? When you gonna stop lying?
You do this shit for show.
Oh, so I do this for show.
You do this for show. You bully everybody else around this motherfucker.
No. I'm talking about how we talk to each other. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Everything that I say on the show about you being a peddler deal, and I tell you, I'm gonna go on the show and do it again. All of that, all of that is true. I'll tell you that behind closed doors and in front of them.
That shit is true about me. None of that shit is
No. None of it's true except you being a steroid abuser, dealer, and you were in jail.
Hey, nah, we already know the truth about you, Greg. We know you the one that's been using expired snack, Osterine, ostriches, everything else under the sun. That's why your shoulder's still fucked up.
If I was using all that, my shoulder would be good.
No, you used the bad shit. I told you it expired. That's why you still can't lift your hand over your head and everything. Mm-hmm. That's the left arm.
Yeah. One day.
Yeah, Y'all, he'll just be sipping on that vodka. He be sipping on some other shit in there. Ryan supplied it to him.
All right, man. Let's go on to the next topic because you talking crazy. All right, what's the next topic, dude?
What we got next? Oh, speaking of drugs and using ostarine, we're talking about Ryan Garcia.
No, we're still on Tank, brother. We're still on Tank.
Nah, that was Calvin Floyd.
Yeah, but we talking about Floyd Schofield, brother.
That's not the order, man. That's the order, dog.
No, that's the
order. Anyway. So,
yeah, you know that's the order, you sorry bastard. It shouldn't be no. Oh yeah, it is. It's gone. I just checked that though. Okay, let's go through all our scenes. Keep going, brother. Keep going.
See, that's what
I see now.
On top of that expired shit, you know. You know all that shit, real tough.
No, it's gone, man. It's gone. Let's keep going.
Ohio State, no, it's cool, man. Oh shit, Jerry.
What? Ohio State?
You're a lender for life. Bill Haney said he got confirmation Tank cleaned house.
So we should believe Bill Haney. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Come
Go
on,
ahead,
Jerry.
man.
Dude. Appreciate the $2, but come on, Jerry. Coming from
Jerry talking crazy, man. That my guy, but he talking crazy, man. Jerry talking crazy.
Wilding, man. But exactly, Bart. Bill Haney is the last person to believe when it comes to Tank. Exactly. You know, he also said his son was the face of boxing, but now his son is going. Never mind. Anyway, back to the topic with Tank Davis. So Floyd Schofield and his daddy, they were doing an interview, and his daddy said that Tank said some years back that Tank wouldn't spar with Floyd Schofield, and that if they did, once Kid Austin got up in rankings, Tank would retire. So now he's saying he's alluding to Tank's retiring because he don't want to face Floyd Schofield. Now, Floyd Schofield Senior also said that everyone's pretty much afraid of his son. He said Keyshawn Davis won't fight him. Shakur's the only one that was bannered to take the fight with him. So it's just some bullshit with that. But yeah, Schofield, y'all tripping. Tank ain't retiring because he don't want to fight Floyd.
No Ohio style. I don't believe Shakur is ducking Tank. I do think he's trying to run up a bag. I don't think these guys are afraid of each other, dog. I don't. I think he's just trying to run up a bag. I like Floyd Schofield. I think Floyd is a talented young fighter. I like the fact that he is willing to take on the biggest challenges. I like the fact that his dad is willing to position him. What?
Now I give Floyd Schofield all the credit in the world for trying to get this fight with Shakur.
Yeah,
I give him credit for it.
Yeah, I give him credit for that, and I think he's young, hungry fighter that wants to make his name in the sport of boxing. So all that is great. And I question whether or not it's something that is youthful arrogance, or is it just a situation where he's trying to, piggyback off the name of Gervonta Davis. Now, to Floyd Schofield's credit, he didn't want his dad to actually make the comment. He tried to interrupt him to stop the comment, but the dad decided that he was going to make the comment. The notion that Gervonta Davis is somehow afraid of Floyd Schofield, to the extent that he decided that he is now going to retire if Floyd Schofield get anywhere, because he's not even the mandatory right now. So if Floyd Schofield gets anywhere near the number one spot for his WBA title, somehow Gervonta Davis is going to find a reason and rationale to retire. I mean, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? Either you're piggybacking off that man's name or you're living in fantasy land. because there's no reason why Gervonta Davis would be afraid of Floyd Schofield. Shakur's not afraid of Floyd Schofield. And I believe all of them probably believe that Floyd Schofield will be tailor-made for them. So, but I'm excited about him. I'm excited about the fight. I'm excited about Shakur taking the fight. See, I don't hate on Shakur. People say we hate on Shakur, but I don't hate on Shakur. Like, I want to see the fight. My issue is when you start to try to make him to be something, or any fighter be something, when they're really not doing anything spectacular. Like, Floyd Schofield is tailor-made for Shakur Stevenson. He should take the fight. I want to see the fight. I think he has a bit of a name. Shakur mentioned that as a part of his interview, and I think he's correct about that. I don't have any problem with the fight, but then I don't want to hear Shakur Stevenson fans talking about, man, you see how, man, look at this resume, man. Everything he did, Take did nothing, man. Shakur did everything. Come on, man. It's Floyd Schofield. He's tailor-made for all of them. Let's stop. Let's stop the noise. Let's stop the cap. As long as people are not doing that, man, I support the fight. I want to see it, because you never know what's going to happen until they actually get in the ring. So I'm cool with the fight. I'm cool with Floyd Schofield. I think he's a young, strong, talented fighter. I can't wait to see him in the ring, and we'll see what happens once they fight.
Yeah, he's very confident in that fight against Shakur as well. Now, I can see Tank wanting to fight him if Floyd Schofield gets the upset on Shakur Stevenson. That'd definitely be a reason to fight him.
If he does, which I don't tend he does. I would not say he would, but if he does, then I think we would have to question Shakur Stevenson placement prior to the fight if he were to lose to Floyd Schofield. That's how I feel.
If he loses Floyd Schofield, it's going to be a lot of questioning about Shakur Stevenson. Was he smoking mirrors? For sure. I don't think it'll happen.
I don't think so.
Based on Shakur is just very talented and very experienced. I don't see Floyd Schofield beating Shakur. But if it were to happen, then yeah, that's going to change the whole dynamics of where Shakur was at. And that's one thing. Keyshawn Davis would definitely move ahead of Shakur in those rankings at 135 easily, especially if he wins against Dennis Bermachacek, whatever his name is, on February 14th. But crazy.
Yeah. All good, man. So let's pause here real quick. We got 97 people in the building. We have 55 likes. Make sure you smash the like button so other people can find the content. And if you're new to the channel, this is the Area Man Podcast, M Sports Media, where we're dropping consistently, regularly, some of the most top-notch boxing content that you can find on YouTube. That's why we have so many haters on Twitter who randomly will call out our names, even though we are not even remotely concerned about who and what they do and why they do it. But they're going to continuously do it, and we're cool with that. Jay, anything else you want to add before we move on to the next topic?
Nah, I think we're pretty good on that one.
Is there anything else I need to rant on before we make the move? Have I forgotten something that I need to rant about? I don't know. I can't remember now. I'm getting old. We some old miserable men. Old and miserable.
Nah, I think we covered everything.
All right. I know some music probably dropped in there on y'all. I've already taken the music out, so we should be good. Probably a quick snippet of music or audio jumped in there. I've changed it. It's interesting because none of these videos should have audio. That's what I'm not necessarily understanding, but
yeah,
it's interesting. Anyway, what's next?
Yeah, but what's funny though? One last thing with Tank. Tank go ahead and handle his business on March 1st with Lamont Roach. Let's say his next fight is whoever is Shakur or Keyshawn Davis. It's going to be something that's going to be, the goalposts will be moved. If it's Keyshawn Davis, he doesn't have enough fights. If it's Floyd Schofield, because he beat Shakur, he doesn't have enough fights. It's always going to be something. They act like Tank wasn't in negotiations with Loma just last fall, and Loma backed the fuck out of that fight. They act like there's offers were put out for Shakur, and Shakur was not. You know what I'm saying? They act like those things never happened. So it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be some moving the goalposts again when that shit happens.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So looks like we're on to this is an interesting one. Your Osterring buddy, Ryan Garcia, is basically saying that he's giving an ultimatum on the Devin Haney rematch, saying that he's not going to do VADA. He's not doing VADA. You know, he wants to go through USADA, anyone else but VADA, because VADA and the Haneys are too close. He said they're too close with that. I get that, but he needs to do the test. He needs to do testing year round. You know, whether he took the Osterring or not, besides trying to lose weight, that left hand was landing too often on Devin Haney. We've seen the training videos with Devin Haney keeping that right hand up a little bit more often than not. Osterring. I like that all things, you know, but it's different when he gets in the ring with someone with that quick left hook of Ryan Garcia. And I'm not a Ryan Garcia fan at all. I cannot stand Ryan Garcia. That's why I was pissed at Devin that he allowed Ryan Garcia to catch him with that left hook the whole fight, and he lose that fight, although it came as no contest. So I mean, I'm not mad at that, but Oscar De La Hoya said that there's no reason for a rematch. But he said Ryan destroyed Devin, so there's no reason for that rematch. So his promoter is saying there's no reason for a rematch. Ryan Garcia is saying he's not going to have the rematch unless it's through a different, drug agency. I don't know if we get that fight this year. Devin and Bill say they've got to have that fight this year. So where do you think they're going with that? You think it's going to happen or no?
So let me add to it, because that's okay. So yes, he did mention that they believe, or he wants a different testing, because they keep talking about VADA, and he believes that VADA is tied to Devin Haney and his father, and that's the reason why he doesn't want to use VADA. He also made the comment that there is essentially he's not interested at all in a rematch unless Devin Haney decides that he's going to drop the lawsuit.
Yeah.
And I think that one's interesting, right? Because when you think about Devin is not going to drop that lawsuit because Devin is looking for a way to continuously line his pockets. And I think, and this is just my personal opinion, I have no proof of this. This is just an opinion. You can call me a hater if you believe it's hate, whatever, don't care. But it is my opinion that Devin thought that going into a Ryan Garcia fight, that it was going to do some numbers. He knew it wasn't going to do what Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia did. But he thought that it was going to do much greater numbers, maybe something slightly below what Tank was able to do. And they went into that fight and it didn't occur. And now he is looking for any and every way, because, he sustained some damage in that fight. Not only did he sustain damage, both physically, mentally, and to his reputation, but he also didn't get paid at the level that he would require in order to take that damage. So personally, I believe that he is just looking for a way to, quote unquote, make himself whole as a part of that particular fight. And because of that, I don't believe he's going to drop that lawsuit. I think he's going to try to squeeze as much as he can out of that particular situation, and then move into whatever the next phase is, whether it's an interim fight or the rematch with Ryan Garcia. Now, do I believe he's going to avoid a rematch with Ryan Garcia? I do not. I personally believe that he's going to fight Ryan Garcia because the fight would generate far more money than it did the first time because of the situation, right? And the drama behind it. Let me ask you this, Jay. The fight is going to make, let's say, they made like it did in the high threes, right? So let's say it doubled in sales. Now, it's doubling in sales because of all the drama associated with Ryan Garcia and the testing. So if they do the rematch, should Ryan get a bigger split because you're suing him because you were diminished? But now in your second fight in the rematch, you're gonna make way more because of what he did. So are you gonna then concede some of the percentage then? You're not, right? You're not gonna do that at all. You're going to want the even split, or you're going to want something that's comparable to what you believe you should get based off of what you bring to the ring. So this whole lawsuit is really to just draw out as much money as he possibly could in the first fight, in my opinion, and then roll into the second fight and get something close to a 50-50. That way he's where he thought he would be if they were to fight multiple times. That's just my opinion. What's your thoughts on just my opinion, my overall opinion on that?
Real quick, salute Greg Hackett's in the building.
What's going on? What's going on, Greg Hackett? What's going on, man? Your boy Brian Norman Sr., man, we were talking to him. I actually was talking to him earlier today, as a matter of fact. We're going to talk about that, Greg. We got to promote y'all fight, fam. We got to promote y'all fight. But go ahead. Go ahead, Jack.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, first off, about the lawsuit, Brian's not going to do nothing with that lawsuit. I think the lawsuit also by Devin is going to hurt him with other big-time fights as well, because that's tough if that's, saying that is assault. It's one thing about the testing of the Austrian. That's one thing, but filing a lawsuit because of assault, that's crazy to me on that. It's definitely it's unheard of on that. But what? Salute real quick to Anthony with the $1.99 support.
No, say his last name. No, say his last name. Say his last name.
You say his last name.
Ciulo. It's Ciulo. See, and yeah. I said it correctly. Isn't that right, Anthony? He said I was gonna butcher it. Ciulo.
You normally do. You normally do.
Yeah, man, I hit Greg Hackett with the wrench. Man, we should have been hit him with the wrench. Hold on. And he got the wrench. Greg Hackett, my dog, man. He done been on the channel before, and the comment section, yeah, I gotta hit you with the wrench, fam. I don't know what I was thinking.
Greg be hitting them one-liners, them quotable, boy, I tell you.
Yep.
But no, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen with this fight if they're gonna have a rematch. I know I wanted Devin to have a fight since this last fight, so he can try to erase that last fight from a lot of people's memories and everything. And to build it up where people were like, okay, he's really gonna come in here and he's gonna kick Ryan ass. Because I want him to kick Ryan ass to begin with. People saying, oh, y'all doing this and that. Y'all really support Ryan? Not at all. Absolutely not. I can't stand him. But I wanted Devin to get a tune-up fight until now. But he's not doing that. Looks like he might be fighting in March or April. Not sure who he's gonna be fighting. But we'll see. It's not gonna be Ryan. He said it wasn't Ryan. 1 minute he says it's not Ryan. Next minute he says that has to be his next fight. So it's a lot of things that's going on before we can even see what's gonna happen with Dev. But hopefully it'll come up sooner than later on his next step.
Yeah. I ain't really got nothing else on this one, man. I just want to see these two gentlemen get in the ring. I think it's the biggest fight that could be made in the sport. If somebody come and tell me this fight can do 6, 7, 800,000, I believe it. I'm not going to even lie to you. I think this fight is big. And I have never given Devin Haney credit in terms of like being able to draw and make a big fight, but I think this fight can be big. So I would be extremely excited about seeing the rematch between Chulo. Damn, I fucked it up.
Good.
I appreciate you, Anthony. Thank you, man. You said I was gonna butcher it, and you were right.
That's what you do, man. That's what you do.
Man, fuck you. All right.
Bastard.
Yeah. So where are we at, man? We at the 52-minute mark. Jay, you wanna go ahead and do an interlude, or what you wanna do?
We can go whichever way you want to go, man. You got the key. You got the master switchboard there, sir.
I mean, I got the master switchboard here, man, but I just want to make sure, you good, man.
I'm good, man. I don't gotta go to the bathroom. You do. You go ahead and say it. Your tummy hurt or your bladder. You ain't wearing your Depends like you normally do. I think that might be our next sponsor, y'all, for Greg.
You know, I used to work for that company, the company that manufactured the pins. Yeah, that one of the manufacturing plants. From a finance perspective, I had that plant. We produced the non-wovens material that actually goes into the pins. So, yeah, I'm quite familiar with them.
You miss getting those free samples, huh?
Man, shut your monkey ass up. All right.
I saw the hint. I ain't taking the hint. I want him to suffer right now.
I mean, we can keep going. I mean, we got. Do we want to go a little bit further, and then, because I definitely want to make sure that we leave time for people to
man.
Yeah, and then I know you usually got to just run off and stuff, man. You know.
I mean, we could definitely, get to it. I mean, I don't know how long Greg gonna be here because since we do have a topic, with Brian Norman, they got their fight coming up in some weeks.
Yeah, man, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that as well. Man, Greg Hackett, if we drop you the link, man, will you join and talk about the fight? Because we want you to promote the fight, fam. Like, what's up? You drop the link, man. We'd love for you to jump on and talk a little bit about the fight. Because I think that's big, man. I think a lot of people, I didn't even really know about the fight immediately, and definitely y'all need to talk about how do we get tickets, dog? Because that's a tough one. But let's do this, Jay. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, and then we'll come back. That'll give Greg some time to maybe see if he can join to talk about the fight, and then we can go from there. That sounds good.
That'll work.
All right, man. We're gonna do probably about 90 seconds or something like that. Yeah, let's go. We'll be back.
Listen, you too special to get overlooked. If you were first class, you'd get overbooked. Don't let them take away your shine, girl, you got me shook. Cause I can see the way you grind, that's a good look. She said she like my tattoos, I said I like them too. Do you got any tats? She said yeah, I got a few. Then she pulls her pants down and says, this one's brand new, tell me what you think. I said, that's a good view. Goddamn, pearly white teeth, put your money where your mouth at. She look like a filter from the bitches on the Snapchat. Got the type of booty that you hittin' and gon' bounce back. Only wear designer, can't pronounce that. Ooh, shawty, I like everything you do, so sexy. Running up that check, I'm finna score like Messi. Yeah, my room clean, but we about to make it messy. You sweeter than some Nestle, I love it when you next to me. People play games, but I swear you never tested me. You say you invested, I love how you invest in me. Even with your clothes off, shawty, you the best for me. Know you want the best for me. So which motherfucker here gets you hot?
You.
The last motherfucker hit the spot.
You.
And I don't plan on stopping with you anytime soon, so we could let the neighbors call the cops.
All right, y'all, we back. Yeah, I had to. I ended up having to take.
You had to go to your bladder had to go, man. You had a bladder problem, man.
I did. I see some comments in the comment section. Let me see what's going on, man, because I feel like I heard you laugh and feel like there's some hate going on. Let me see.
So Merlene gave us $2. Said at me. The right thing usually is unheard of. It's not just as unheard of. It's just the way you went about it. You know what I'm saying? You got the no contest already on there, but suing him for assault? I just felt like Devin could have did better in that fight.
Are you talking about Jerry's $2?
Nah, before that.
Oh, okay. I missed Jerry's $2. So, Okay, Merlon just all right. And then Jerry hit us with the $2. What's the bigger rematch, Devin Haney? But it's Devin Haney. It's Ryan Devin. It's Ryan Devin. That's easy. Okay. Yeah, Creo, I did invest in that company, of course. I have stocks in that company. Let's see. This shit is hilarious. What y'all talking about? The interlude? Jason, Greg is one self-absorbed bastard. Yeah, I am. All about the Greg one. Yeah. It's all about me. Big Supreme AI cheeks. Yeah, brother. Yeah.
This damn guy here, boy. I tell
you. Stop, man. It's just a lot of hating. It's a lot of hating, man. It's a lot of hating, man. Stop hating, bro. Don't get mad, man. The ladies carrying around our stuff, man. AM Sports Media, dog. We big, brother. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, so we back, man. Let's go ahead and keep pumping, man.
You better stop drinking that drink too much. You're gonna have to go to the bathroom again.
Man, if you don't shut your monkey ass up.
Hey man, what's up with the monkey stuff? Okay, Ryan and T.O.
Yeah, I think we're gonna skip the Devin Haney stuff because it's really kind of tied to Ryan Garcia. So let's go ahead and skip that one. Let's jump to Brian Norman Sr.
Yeah, so well you were more instrumental on that, so you need that one off.
I was more instrumental on that. But what Jason means is that I went down there and I interviewed.
Yeah, because I told you to go. I told you to get it done. I had to push you to get that done.
Fuck
yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Say I did.
You didn't.
You a fucking lie.
No, you a motherfucking lie. You a fucking lie.
Hey, stop the music playing, man.
Oh, my bad. Shut your ass up, man. Shut your ass up. But anyway, no, I took the initiative to number one, reach out to Brandon House, and then Brandon House was able to put me in contact with Coach Brian Norman Sr. And then I took the initiative to drive down there and meet them at their gym. And man, it was a good time down there. Brian Norman Sr., great person. The whole gym, man, very welcoming. And I actually got the opportunity to see Brian Norman Jr. there as well, Jay. He was actually outside doing the interview with Jamel Herring while I was there. So that was pretty cool to see him out there. Hey, he's bigger than what I thought too, man. He's bigger than what I thought. Like I thought he was smaller than that. Yeah. He's a lot bigger than what I thought. But anyway, so I went down there and interviewed him. Number one, man, really, really, really cool dude. I was able to talk to him on the record and off the record. All the stuff that was off the record gonna stay off the record, right? But the stuff that's on the record, he talked a lot about, just the whole thing coming up with Greg Hackett. Greg Hackett is in the building, or at least he was in the building. I don't know if he's still in the building. But he was talking a lot about, Greg Hackett in that fight, and he kind of walked me through how it all kind of manifested itself. So they had the situation in terms of this is how I remember him saying it. So he said something to the effect that Greg Hackett said something to the effect of after Boots beats Brian Norman Jr., then they can get it on. And then he was like, hey, that ain't nothing but a word. Don't threaten me with a good time. And then somehow, shout out to, and I know this guy probably don't like us either. He actually subscribed to us at one point, so I don't know but he might not like us either. But I'm still gonna give him a shout out because I don't do content creator beef, and he's never said anything negative, at least in public, to us. But shout out to Coach Malachi because he was instrumental in helping to arrange that fight coming together based off of my understanding. And so they ended up getting Desmond Gums in play, and from there, the fight will happen on February 15th. It'll be here in the A-Town, and I plan to be there. I can't figure out how to get the tickets though off blkprime.com. Like, that's the part that they're gonna have to solve quick, Jay. Because do you know how to get the tickets? Because I don't.
Nah, I was looking on how to get it for you when you have that issue, but I couldn't find it.
What's Ohio style, Greg? What happened to Jason on the Logos platform? I'm not sure what you mean by that. What do you mean, Ohio style player?
Because I didn't have a ring girl covering my face on it.
Oh yeah, because I didn't give a shit about making sure that a ring girl covered your face.
Exactly, jealous bastard. Put that ugly mug out there.
I'm the most conceited, condescending, sorry bastard that ever walked the face of the earth. I admit it. All right. All good. All good. Jason Williams got it right. He said, I'm a self-absorbed bastard. Yes, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
1,000%.
But what was that? I lost my train of thought, man. Y'all know I'm old. I lost my train of thought. Where was I about to go, Jay?
Gotta go to the bathroom again?
No, I ain't gotta go to the bathroom. I lost my train of thought, though. What was I saying? I forgot.
You talked about the tickets, how to get the tickets, but
yeah, man. Do you know how to get the tickets?
Nah, I went online to try to see when I'm going to it doesn't show that you have an option to buy the tickets.
I don't see an option on the website.
And the monthly subscription, but I didn't see an option on the website for the tickets.
Yeah, that's one thing I feel like they got to solve quick, man, so that we can, because I'm hoping that, Greg Hackett, we can all, because Greg Hackett mentioned something like Brian Norman Sr. promised that after the fight, he would take him around the A and take him to the local spot. So my plan is to be live with them as we tour around Atlanta, Georgia. I want to have a front row seat, and yeah, man, we do our thing in the A, man. I hope YSM is here as well, so that we can hang out as well. I've never got a chance to meet YSM in person, so if he's here, that'll be great. I'll connect with YSM, and if he's here, hopefully he'll get in town early. I'll take him out to lunch, and we'll hang out a bit, man, and talk this boxing shit. So, but yeah, man, that's an event that's going on in the A. So if you're in the area, make sure you go support. But it was very entertaining to hear Coach Brian Norman Sr., man. Great guy, great personality, and I plan to get back down there to the gym before they actually glove up and fight on February 15th.
Yeah, and if we're in Philly, we'd be hitting Greg Hackett up to check him out in person as well.
Oh, absolutely, man. I want to get to their gym. I got a lot of respect for Greg Hackett, YSM. Got a lot of respect for that Ennis family as well. I can listen to Bozy. I can sit down and listen to Mr. Bozy talk like for hours. Yeah, I can just sit there and listen to him talk. So, yeah. All right, Jay. So that's that. Where else you want to go?
Yeah, we can go open the phone lines and drop that link in there for the panel.
Let's do this, man. Let's go to the phone lines first. We'll stay on topic, but I will I'll add the phone line. So let's see. Just get that in there. Let's get that in there. What in the world is going on here, brother?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
You forgot about what?
I didn't see the last topic with Bud.
No. We're gonna go to that topic. You want to cover the topic before we open the phone line? Because we don't really got to talk about Terence Crawford. Most people don't want to hear about him anyway. He ain't got no fans. I mean, am I lying? He got two fans.
Oh, man.
He got two fans. He got two busters on on Twitter.
Jason Williams, ain't no bait switch, man. Don't start that shit. Ain't no bait switch.
Hold on, real quick, Walt. We're gonna cover this Terence Crawford situation here real quick, so that these guys, because they crying like little girls.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah. So, So Terence Bud Crawford, in my opinion, the number one pound for pound fighter in the sport, reacted to a picture, and this is my opinion. This is our opinion. It feels like he was reacting to the picture of Turki Al-Sheikh and Canelo Alvarez. And so I know a lot of people feel like this fight is close to being done just because we saw those two gentlemen together. Personally, I don't believe that that's the case. I don't believe that it's any closer, honestly. But if it is closer, good. I cannot wait to see Terence Crawford put in the dirt by Canelo Alvarez. That will be that's gonna be the sweet revenge for the channel. Now, some people say, oh, y'all gonna be even more disappointed when he loses it. Let me say this again. For those of you who do not understand Jason and I and our personalities, we are not living and dying by a fighter winning or losing. So that's part of the reason why it was so easy for us to come on that Sunday. I think I came on Sunday morning and did a video, a live stream, and then we did our live stream normal time, 4 p.m. We do not live and die by fighters. Some of these cats do, and that's the reason why they go in their Twitterverse and make some of the comments that they do, because they're talking about somebody having cock and balls down their throat, but in reality they wish that Terence Crawford had his cock and balls down their throats, the way that they're defending this man and going to such great length and willingness to insult other men because they simply have a different take, suggests that they would like for Terence Crawford to bend them over and insert parts of his body into their orifices. So, but anyway, I don't really want to talk about this anymore.
Bud ain't doing none of that, but
no, well, I'm not saying Bud. I'm saying that this is their desire.
I know that's desire. I'm just saying that out there before people start saying, "Well, y'all saying Bud?" No, we're not.
No, we're not saying that. Terence Crawford is all man, but some of his fans would like for him to enter them. That's just what it is. We understand that. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. I said some. I didn't say all. I said some.
Yeah,
I'm specifically talking about two busters, though. Anyway, all right. I'm sorry, Walt. I'm being bad here.
I mean, where's going with the whole Bud and Canelo thing with him?
I'm sorry, Jason.
It didn't make too much big deal to me, because I'm like, it's a long ways to go. We know how Canelo be rolling. We know Canelo does things how he wants to do all the time. You know what I'm saying? And people, the best fighting the best. The best fight at 168 around that time is still Canelo versus David Benavidez, because David still said he could do that 168. That should have been what would have been pushed by Turki the whole time, not this fight here. But if he gets the fight, great. I don't see him beating Canelo, because initially he said they make weight classes for a reason. Nah. Then I said he started talking about a catch weight. Then I said he thought about moving on up again. So I mean, it is what it is. He gets the fight. I'm gonna be watching it. I'm gonna pull for him because I don't like Canelo because of the way Canelo moved, especially avoiding David Benavidez. I don't think he beats him.
What's going on, Walt? You want to say something?
Yeah, I was like, what you guys. Here's the thing with the Crawford thing that I agree with you guys. You guys keep saying if the best fight the best. Canelo's not gonna fight the best at 168. So for me, I want to see Crawford get that fight, because I think it's a 50-50 fight. You know what I'm saying? And it's a big fight. I want to see Crawford get that last payday on his way out. That's the only thing I have to say about that fight. I mean, I kind of hope it happens, because I know Canelo's not going to fight anybody good at 168. But I want to say this too, that Brian Norman Sr. is my favorite out of the father-son combinations, because he doesn't make his son out to be the best fighter that ever fought in the history of boxing like the other two guys do. And it takes away from their sons, because they run their mouth more than their son does. You know what I mean? It's like when Brian Norman Sr.'s talking, if his son's in the room, he lets his son talk. The other two don't even let their son talk. They take all the air out of him. And I was real quick, because I got a cold, that's why I'm talking kind of raspy. I saw the Shakur interview, and it just befuddles me that everybody let Shakur and all these dudes Shakur's always talking about Tank's resume, when there's 4 or 5 guys on Tank's resume that not just beat, wash everybody on Shakur's resume. Shakur might have belts in a couple weight classes, but he's fought trash. That Mexican dude, he turned out to be trash. It's like his best win against maybe Heron, because the Santos fight, that was just there was 100 punches thrown in the fight. That wasn't really a fight. That was just like a matador. There was no there wasn't no interaction. He just jabbed and jumped. It's like, you know, and he said he was hurt. So, but this Kid Austin fight, to me, Shakur has to look spectacular in this fight because Austin jumps in. And it's like he jumps in more than Rolly Romero jumps in. So if Shakur had power, he has a chance to stop this kid because the kid's going to be, if you've seen his last fight when he got dropped, he's just jumping in just wide, just throwing punches, you know, and not expecting nothing back. You know, it's like, and I like the kid too because like y'all said about him stepping up, and, you know, he does have some skills. He's strong, but the things he does wrong are just plain to see. Yeah. And if they don't get that out, Shakur's gonna have a field day with catching this kid. You know what I mean? It's just the only thing is I don't think Shakur has that one punch that could really stun him. But if Shakur catches him right, he could drop him because the way he jumps in. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I wish the kid well too, and I wish like Shakur well. And it's like you said this too, Jason, earlier. Shakur's one of my favorite fighters. But stop talking about Tank's resume when, dude, what's that Mexican dude's name that Shakur beat? It's like, that's his biggest win.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, and maybe Jamel Herman. But Herman was going on the downside, and I know Shakur would have still beat him, but they keep talking. Shakur keeps talking like he's fought the murderous role. Ryan beats everybody on his resume. Pitbull beats everybody on his resume. Barrios beats everybody. Frank Mountain beats everybody on his resume. So, it's like, I mean, Del Santos might be in the mix with some of them dudes. Because they would fight him. But Shakur really, that wasn't a fight. It was just a jab jump back. And it scares me, like I said this before, of Tank and Shakur. Because I just see Shakur with dudes who can hit heavy. I'm feeling in this Schofield fight, if he catches Shakur with something early, Shakur's going to matador that fight. And that's his way to get to the win. I give him props because that is boxing. But it kills people wanting to see him fight. It's like, because there's no mix-up in the fight unless he's overmatched with the dude. You know? Yeah. And I want to see in 225 that, you know, hopefully that Canelo Crawford thing happens because it's a big event. I want to see Shakur and Tank finally get in there. And I want to see Boots, you know, Norman Jr., Stanley Onis, all them dudes at 147 get in, you know? But I ain't gonna lie, I hope Crawford gets it on his way out because to me, you get the payday and I hate Canelo. I really hope he wins that fight. And y'all have a good one.
All right, man. You too. Appreciate you. So that was Walt, long-time caller, subscriber of the show. Just my thoughts on the Terence Crawford situation. I hope he doesn't get it. And if he does, I hope he gets put in the dirt.
It's so weird to me when people talk about saying that we're making excuses for Tank not to fight Shakur. When we've been asking for it, we want that fight. I don't understand that. We want to see Tank. We said Tank should have fight. We needed him to fight Frank Martin, Devin Haney, Teal when they're all at around 135 last year. He fought one of them so far. I tried to get Loma. Loma ducked out, but y'all avoid talking about that. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Oh, did Barbara D hit us? Yeah, Barbara D hit us with the $5 in the cash. Yeah, I appreciate you, Barbara D. Thank you. Just saw that pop up on my phone. I can't see it on the live. I can only see it on my phone. Appreciate that, Barbara D. Yeah. What were you saying again? You were talking about Tank and Shakur Stevenson and their resumes?
Yeah, it's not. It's just people are trying to make it seem like we're scared for Tank to fight Shakur because he's gonna get outboxed. All this stuff here. I'm like, what? I'm like, I want to see the best fight. That's real easy.
I can tell you again. I'll say this again. I've been to that gym. They do not believe that Devin Haney and Shakur Stevens can beat Tank, and it's not no. You can tell by their energy they don't believe that. So they're definitely not avoiding him. And again, I've been told by sources that I trust that on the PBC side, they would rather have the fight sooner than later. They wanted to fight sooner than later. It's not them that don't want to fight. Believe that. That's what I was told. And their reasoning makes sense. But anyway. All right, Jay.
That's
so
bullshit, Kenny.
What happened?
What are you talking about? We don't hold Tank feet to the fire. We said last year, beginning of 2024, that we need Tank to fight one of those 4 fighters that we mentioned. He fought Frank, and he was in line to fight Loma. Loma ducked out, but y'all not crying. I'm not saying shit about Loma being a duck.
But hold on, what's the feet to the fire? Because let's pause here. Let's dissect this, right? At the beginning, to the point that you just made, at the beginning of 2024, we made the statement that Gervonta Davis had to fight 1 to 3 people: Shakur Stevenson, Frank Martin, or Devin Haney. He fought one of them. Then he was getting ready to fight another champion at 135 pounds. That guy decided that he didn't want to fight Tank, and now Tank is fighting the best opponent, available opponent. So now when you think about the current situation and what we've said in the past, I've literally been on record stating that I have no problem with Shakur Stevenson fighting Kid Austin, although I know Kid Austin is tailor-made for him, because I think it's an intriguing fight, and you still got to make sure that the fights happen, because you don't know what's really going to happen, right, until the gentlemen get in the ring. So from my perspective, I don't understand this whole notion where they're talking about feet to the fire. The issue and the pushback that you see on the channel and the call out is because there is a dichotomy that exists as it relates to how we treat Gervonta Davis versus Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, no matter who they fight, they get credit for that opponent. When Gervonta Davis fights an opponent or the same opponent, no credit is given. That's the reason why you get the pushback. So it's not that we're holding Devin or Shakur feet to the fire. I have no problem with Devin's resume. I've actually given Devin credit for his resume. And Shakur, I don't think his resume is any better than Tank. As a matter of fact, I don't think his resume is as good as Tank. However, I don't give him slack for his resume, and when I do, is only in comparison to Gervonta Davis, because there's so many fans that want to denigrate his name. So let's stop with the fakeness about we're not being critical of Tank. The criticism comes from those who are being overly critical of Gervonta Davis when you compare it to their favorite fighter. He's above and beyond what they've done. That's where you're getting what the pushback, if you will. Jay, is that a fair statement?
Okay. It is, but they're not gonna see it that way. They're gonna say, "Oh, y'all not holding Tank feet to the fire. He fought one of the guys we thought he should fight. We were looking to see him fight Loma. Loma ducked out, but y'all say that's not a duck." Although Loma's manager was like, "Do you have a problem with the money?" Loma just didn't want to. He just wouldn't want to fight. So I mean, come on, y'all. I mean, but y'all had no problem when Shakur was gonna fight Joe Cordina, a dude that's coming off of a TKO loss and being pulled up to 135. Y'all had no problem with that. The double standards is crazy, you know. And we want to see the fight. Tank said he had a list of people he was gonna fight, and all the people we mentioned are on that list. If it's gonna happen, we'll see if it happens. He has 3 fights. He said he's fighting this year. It happens. We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, and if Tank ever takes the route where he doesn't fight someone who we believe he should fight, and there's no real good, valid reason for it, then we'll be critical of him. We haven't criticized really Shakur Stevenson other than him making claims about retirement when in reality he did the same thing. All these kids have talked about retirement or stepping away from the sport or maybe whatever. However they've formed it, worded it, whatever. It's all the same stuff. So, yeah, it's crazy to me what some of these guys do, but it's, you know, I don't know. Anyway, I just dropped the link in.
With Loma back in the day, those fights, we already knew everything was on the top rank back then, man. We talked about that in Exhaustion. Plenty of videos on that, so it's just crazy on that back then as well.
Hey, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear somebody. Yeah. Hold on, let me see who done jumped in. Okay, we see somebody, JD.
Man. You know who it is, man.
What's going on, man?
What's going on? Salute to you. Salute to AM Sports Media. Salute to the chat. I just came up here to say, y'all Haney fans in a frenzy, bro. It's disgusting, bro. The Shakur fans in a frenzy too, bro. Like, don't be mad. Our guy is that guy, bro. Don't be upset, man. He's exciting. He closes the show. He's cerebral. He can punch. He can box. He got great defense. He knocks out your favorite fighters, or he knocks out the guy that beats up your favorite fighters. Like, it's okay, bro. And nobody wants to fight him, man. Now, what I will say is, Happy New Year to everybody. And we're going to start this new year strong, right? Come March, after March, and come February, after February, we're going to see who is really who. And if things go the way I think it's going to go, when Tank stops Roach, right, and Keyshawn does what he's supposed to do, I think Tank going to knock him out. And if T.O. is stupid enough to fight Ryan, I think T.O. going to get knocked out by Ryan. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think I could be wrong. You know, anything happen in boxing, you know, but I could be wrong, you know, but may the best man win. And I just want people to realize that when y'all say Tank don't fight nobody, why is he beating guys that are ranked pound for pound? Or why is his opponents that he's beating guys that are ranked pound for pound? It doesn't make sense to me if he doesn't fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? Why is his former competition going on to become champions, bro? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what you know, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You gotta be realistic with the situation, man. And stop going by what you see on the internet, because none of y'all have the facts straight. We told y'all that Calvin Ford would never separate from Tank. Kenny Ellis would never separate from Tank. Barry Hunter. None of them guys will ever separate from that kid, bro. Or that man, bro. So, you know, keep holding on, though, man. Keep holding on. Wishing for the worst on our guy, bro. Y'all sound crazy. Y'all look crazy. I just came up here to pop my shit, man, because it's looking bad. These motherfuckers is going to what was that? A useless ring magazine event, bro. They're not even like. The ring belt is the ring belt, you know, but the lineal champion holds more weight than a ring magazine belt historically. So it's like you got T.O. in the background like fucking Blade and shit. He don't like black people. You know what I'm saying? with the Picho hat on. I know y'all seen that with some shades. Why you got shades on in the why you got shades on in the room, bro? Like, what's up with you, gang? Why you doing that, bro? You know what I mean? For real. And then, come on, Bill Haney really out here talking about somebody dunking shit? Come on, bro. Y'all running up on Ryan and shit. They don't take you serious. They beat y'all up, bro. I don't condone cheating, but the fact that Ryan cheated doesn't stop the fact that Devin cannot get out of the way of a left hand.
Did y'all see that? Did you see the little training thing he was doing? He was getting caught with the left hook from that dude.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on, bro. Y'all big this kid up so much, bro. Y'all big them up so much, bro. So much. Oh, and let me say another thing, because I ain't forget about the Shakur fans. Y'all better hope to God that Floyd Schofield don't go in there and tap Shakur's jaw, bro. Y'all better hope to God. Because I'm going to cook the shit out y'all. Comparing Shakur to Pernell Whitaker and Floyd Mayweather, bro. I'm going to cook the shit out of you, bro. Every single time. Y'all better hope Shakur go in there and that shit look easy, bro. I want him to stop Schofield. That's what I want. Since he want to talk a big game. That's what he needs. But I digress. That's all I wanted to say. Wow. I'm going to get ready for everybody to start attacking me in the chat. You know. You know how that shit goes.
You know it's coming.
Yeah. Man, I ain't lying about nothing. Otherwise, y'all would have kicked me off the panel by now.
Nah, man, you been spot on, man. Let's go to real quick. You can stay on the panel too, JD. We got King Judah in the building as well. And then I saw you jump in, ASVP. I'm gonna get to you.
Look, I'm not gonna be on here with King Judah. I'm out of here. I'm sorry.
All right. What's up, King Judah?
Hey, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knew better to get off here with that bullshit he was talking. But anyway, I don't. First of all, before I go in, I just want to point out the simple fact that every time I hear a Tank fan come up here, unless it's somebody like you guys who got a channel, you can articulate yourself. It sounds like all these guys didn't graduate high school. All of them sound the same. All of them. But anyway,
okay.
The problem I have is, now I know you guys probably gonna give me some pushback that makes sense, but I hate when I hear people, they try to defend Tank and all they talk about is our guy have knockouts. He is that guy. Y'all hating because he is that guy. Nobody I ever heard of, or nobody I take serious ever complains that Tank is that guy, or he's the A-side, or he makes a lot of money. The only problem we have is he's not fighting the people we want him to fight. Mm-hmm. Now you can sit up there and say, well, oh, you a Devin fan or you a Shakur fan. Now I'm not a fan of both, but I have been on the record for the past 4 or 5 years that they both would beat Tank. My frustration comes from the fact that the fight never happened, and it's on one guy's shoulders that the fight never happened. The other two guys is not the reason why this fight never happened. That's my problem. So you can point out that Devin can't get out the way of the left hand or Shakur is scared of power. Well, I say Tank need to go in there and show us. Because based on every Tank fan I ever heard, Tank has a great left hand, and he has a lot of power. He has the most power in boxing. So why not go in there and show us that these guys can't take what you say they can't take? You've been avoiding them for years.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question though. But why is it solely on the shoulders of Tank for a fight to happen?
Because he's the A-side, like y'all said. He sends a contract. If he sends a contract and it doesn't get answered, there's no room for ambiguity. We know what it is. If he sends Devin a contract and he doesn't get signed, we know Devin don't want to fight. If he sends Shakur a contract and it doesn't get signed, we know Shakur don't want to fight. But what those guys can't do, they can't send Tank anything that Tank has to offer, that he has to honor. Nothing. He's the A-side. They can send him stuff all they want. He doesn't have to honor anything they send, and that's what he's hiding behind. They call that deniable plausibility. Tank can just sit there and not send nothing and not get nothing and say, well, you know what? They didn't send me nothing anyway. But if they do, you'll turn it down. You say it's not enough. You'll say it's not your standards because the position you in allows you to do that. See, I'm not a fool. I'm not a fool like everybody else.
No, that's fine. I like how you're articulating yourself, but let me ask you this. So when you think about the comments that were made by Steven Espinosa, that they actually had conversations with Shakur Stevenson, and Shakur was looking for a multi-fight deal, looking to go in a different direction, that actually counters your argument, right? Meaning they were interested in and I can add to this. I know for a fact that on that side, they want that fight sooner rather than later. And prior to Steven Espinosa making this comment, and I feel comfortable in saying this right now, I was told, and I'm going to paraphrase this, and this is the question that I asked. PBC wouldn't be interested in signing Shakur Stevenson, and my response the response that I got was, we'd be interested to a certain extent, but not for what he's looking for. This was months before Steven Espinosa made this comment. Now, when Steven Espinosa made the comment, I then knew exactly what he was talking about. It's like, oh, this is what he meant by that comment. But I never said anything about it because, of course, this was said off the record. So this whole notion that it's Tank, and that he's the reason why a fight hasn't been made, I get your argument in terms of being the A side. It makes perfect sense to me, and that he can initiate fights. But sometimes even when he's initiating a fight, like a fight is only worth what it's worth, right? And Tank's going to get paid what he's going to get paid. And then if you have somebody like, let's say Shakur Stevenson, I'm just using this as an example. I'm just going to throw numbers out there. Like, these numbers aren't real, so I don't want you. But if the fight can only generate let's say 20 million in revenue for those two fighters, right? And Tank has done pay-per-views that would suggest that the split should be 15 million versus 5 million of that 20, right? And Shakur is like, nah, man, I want 8. Then you're asking Tank to take a pay cut for Shakur. They're not going to do that, man. So I hear what you're saying, but there's more nuance to it. To that you say what?
Okay, so and you know what, bro? I agree with you. I agree with you on a lot of what you said. And far as you said, what you know personally, I don't know you, bro. So I'm not gonna sit up there and say you lying. I'm not gonna say that. When you say you have sources, I'm not gonna say you lying. But what I will say this about Espinoza and that whole side over there, to be honest with you, bro, is that for years, man. Listen, I'm gonna be frank with you. I believe they lied. I believe they lied, because I remember a couple years ago out the own horse's mouth from Tank's camp where they tell you, oh, we fighting Devin and Shakur next. We sending them a contract next. They done said this twice, bro, on 2 different occasions, and the contract still haven't been sent. So for that, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying you lying, but I don't believe them. That's what I say to that. I don't believe them, and I do want to get this out because I was in the. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
My bad, King Drew. Now I said it takes a while before your contracts can be sent. It takes a lot of negotiation before a contract is sent. You know. Willy nilly. You know. A lot of things know ahead of time before they waste their time.
Right. I want to say this real quick and get this off. I was in the chat, man, giving y'all some flack, but I do want to put this out there. I do watch y'all from time to time. You know what I'm saying? I like what y'all do. Y'all consistent. I don't agree with everything y'all say, but I did want to get that out that I'm not just a troll. I wasn't in here going at y'all because I don't like y'all. You know what I'm saying? I was going at y'all talking points. You know. So
what's your name? What was your name in the chat?
Inside the Square Circle with King Judah. You know. I used to be more active on. Yeah, I used to, you know, I go, you know, a lot of people in the chat know who I am. But anyway, with that being said, bro, my point was I was saying that when I come here, I would be honest with y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro. When I come here, I don't see the fire being held to Tank feet. If it's happening, then it's not happening when I'm watching you guys. But what I will say is this: Tank said he has 3 fights left. But me personally, I don't believe he gonna fight Devin or Shakur. I don't. Because I told y'all, I'm on record for believing that they both would beat Tank. I also believe that Tank can beat them, right? I'm not a fool. I'm not saying that Tank don't stand a chance. I'm not saying that Tank won't knock both of them out. But what I am saying is Tank knows more about boxing than I do, or you do, or anybody else up here. I believe that Tank knows that everybody that he can fight, those 2 pose the biggest risk. And I think he is risk adverse to fighting them.
Let me interject real quick, and then I need to get to my boy SVP TV. But the one thing I will say is I don't believe he's gonna fight Devin. I've never thought he's gonna fight. Devin is really too big. I don't think he's gonna fight Devin. I do believe he's gonna fight Shakur though. I 100% believe that fight's gonna happen. So real quick, King Jude, I got to get to my boy 318, my boy SVP TV. I gotta let him talk too. You can stay on the panel though. ASVP TV, what's up, fam?
What's good, man? What y'all got going, man?
Chilling. And by the way, too, before I move to you, King Judah, you don't have to agree with it. Our platform is not about you coming in and agreeing with everything that we say. I fully expect people to have different opinions than what we have. All we ask is for you to just come in and have rationale and reasoning. Everything that you said was based on boxing and your rationale. I would never have a problem with that. Ever. So I just wanted to put that out there. 318.
Look,
SVP TV, what's up, man?
You know, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You about to talk some bullshit, but I can hear you.
Hey, man. Hey, listen. I talked to my source today, man.
Who's your source?
My source. Come on now. You know I can't tell you that. You know, my source. Now hear me out. Now they pretty reliable now. They pretty reliable. Mm-hmm. My source told me that Big Turk, he willing to pay Tank his highest payday. You know what I'm saying? For that Shakur fight, you know. Now don't take my word for it, take my source word for it, man.
Who is your source?
Has been very reliable in the past. You know, he the one that broke the news.
Who?
That the Spence and Crawford fight was official. You know what I'm saying? So
who is the source, man? We didn't know who it is.
You said what?
I need to know who the source is, fam.
Nah, come on, man. You know I can't give you that information.
I'm confused, man, because every time we say we got sources, we have to reveal our sources. So I don't understand why you don't have to reveal yours.
Oh, no. You see how I came on? I didn't ask you who your source was at the PBC. I didn't ask you that.
I didn't say my source was at the PBC.
Well, whoever your source was, I didn't ask you. I just trust you on it. I believe you.
Hey,
I believe you too, ASVP TV. You like off the record, I'm gonna call you. You're gonna tell me your source.
Nah, man, I just want you to trust me the same way I trust you.
Oh, I'll tell you. I'll tell you my source off the record if you tell me your source off the record. Because if you ever come on and say that this is that you said your source is this, I'll just deny it.
But yeah, man, I'm starting to like. I don't know if it's a divide or whatnot, or if Turki just like he just spreading his resources around because he done acquired the ring, and apparently he gonna put on like fight cards like with the ring. And he planning on going to London, Africa, all over the place. But I wouldn't be surprised if that was one of their first fights they put on under the ring, like all them fights he said he wanted to see. I wouldn't be surprised if he put all them on as one of his first cards under the ring magazine. But yeah, man, I ain't have too much to say today.
I got a quick question on that Tank thing though.
Canelo. It's Crawford versus Canelo in 2025, man. And we putting Delta ass one more time for the road, And when we win, just like he just said in that last tweet, remember what you said. Stand on that. You know what I'm saying? And if we get on, and if he mess around and lose, I'll be here.
Hold on, what did I say? What did I say I was gonna stand on?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Hacker. Hold on real quick. Yeah. But what did I say I was gonna stand on?
No, I'm just saying stand on what you said.
What did I say? I just want to make sure I need to stand on.
You said he wasn't gonna get the fight.
I did. I didn't think he was gonna get the fight. I still hope he don't get the fight. So I'll be wrong on that. I don't have a problem with admitting that I'm wrong, bro. I don't have a problem with admitting I'm wrong. I come on here and say I was wrong.
You already said. Well, you think he ain't gonna win it?
Yeah, so, but if he get put in the dirt, though,
I'm gonna be here.
You gonna be here?
When he get his hand raised, I'm gonna be here.
No. When he get put in the dirt, though, I want you to come on. I want you to turn your camera on too. I want you to come on the link and turn your camera on, nigga. I want to see your face.
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna cry.
I want to see your face. Cause there's too many, cause you know who I was ranting about earlier. You know exactly, cause you the one who sent me the thing. Hey, he a buster cause he doesn't even show his face.
To be honest with you, I didn't even look at the comments. I just saw the post, and I was like, dang, what?
Yeah, but what I'm talking about, say that again.
I know y'all got different opinions, but I was like, damn, why he being specifically like he specifically came out to y'all? I'm like, but I didn't read the comments.
Want me to tell you why he specifically come after us? I'm going to tell you exactly why he specifically come after us. Because we can articulate our arguments. The arguments make sense. And he is upset because there is a voice in boxing that differs from his that also continues to grow. That is the reason why he was coming specifically at us, because we don't come at him. We don't even talk. Dude, I don't even be thinking about this dude. This dude really doesn't even exist in my world. But we certainly exist in his.
But yeah, man, that's all I had to say though, man. There's room for everybody in this YouTube space, man.
I agree.
We ain't gotta be like that.
I totally agree.
If you can't handle a difference of opinion, if you can't handle people having a different opinion, then shit, this might not be the space for you, you know.
But it's difficult. But yeah, it's difficult. But I appreciate you. Later. ASVP TV just made a cogent statement there. This isn't a space for you, but it's very difficult when you live vicariously through a man. So you take it personally when you live vicariously through another man, that some man says something that he isn't something that you believe in your mind he is. That is an assault to you, and therefore you need to address it in a way that is probably not the correct way to address it, but it is what it is. Boxing Hacker is in the building. Boxing Hacker is about to come on here and talk something that is completely ridiculous.
What's up, guys? What's up? Yo, this format is so weird. I can't even tell if I was on or not. You know?
Yeah, man, you on, man? We hear you.
Oh, cool. Hey, so I just want to chime in a little bit on that conversation y'all were having.
Yeah.
So when it comes to him not fighting people, I've said this multiple times. Tank has fought people. He's fought a lot of great contenders. He's fought some former champions, stuff like that. I think the criticism always comes in that he hasn't fought the current top level champions. You know, so like we know he fought Pedraza, right? And that was a top level champion at 130.
Who else has fought? But real quick, who else has fought the top level fighters outside of Devin?
Outside of Devin, well, you look at Shakur. He was a multi-division champion, so he had to.
No. You said top level fighters. Oscar Valdez is not that.
Champions, top level champions.
You said top level fighters. You said top level fighters.
Top level champions.
What did he say? I could have swore he said top level fighters.
Good fighters. No, top level champions.
Hold on. Let me see if I can. Let me see if we can rewind this. Let me see if I can get this up and rewind it, because I ain't hear that.
Yeah, go ahead.
On Shakur, but I don't hate on Shakur. Like.
Whoa.
Because I ain't hear that.
Oh, my God.
Hacker is in the building. Boxing Hacker is about to come on here and talk something that is completely ridiculous.
What's up, guys? What's up? Yo, this format is so weird. I can't even tell if I was on or not, you know?
Yeah, man, you on, man. We hear you.
Oh, cool. Hey, so I just want to chime in a little bit on the top level tank conversation y'all were having.
Yeah.
So when it comes to him not fighting people, I've said this multiple times. Tank has fought people. He's fought a lot of great contenders. He's fought some former champions, stuff like that. I think the criticism always comes in that he hasn't fought the current top level champions.
Okay, I stand corrected. So what does hold on. What makes Oscar Valdez a top level champion?
Yeah, top level belts. So primary belts. So
the fuck?
Yeah. So whoever holds the primary belts are the top champions.
So hold on. So when you let me make sure. So when you define top level champion, you're not talking about their skill set. You're just talking about having a specific belt.
So yeah, because
okay. My bad. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so
you just saying the certain belt holder is what you're saying, bitch.
Trash. He fought Mario Barrios, right? And Mario Barrios had like a secondary belt. At the time, Josh Taylor was undisputed. The belt that Mario Barrios had doesn't lend anything to our undisputed conversation, you know, because Josh Taylor had all the primary belts. So,
if you Terence Crawford, it does.
But when you call it undisputed, it's always about primary belts, you know.
Yeah, but Terence Crawford is the WBO interim champion, and they call him unified. How you explain that?
Good question. But
move that goalpost, Hacker.
Huh?
Go ahead and move that goalpost. You need help.
No, it's not about moving the goalpost, but I think that's what people mean. Like at the end of the day, you can't say you've conquered a division if you haven't fought the current champions. And like Tank's been in the division for 5 years. He never fought one current champion. I hear all these arguments that he fought somebody that beat somebody in the future, like 2 years in the future, that guy became champion.
Hey, Boston Hacker.
Yeah. It doesn't mean anything for a
You can name 5 dudes that Tank kills everybody Shakur fought. I'm not saying Shakur ain't a great fighter, and I want to see Tank fight Shakur. Just like King G said, I hope it happens soon. I think they should have been fought. But come on, man. You're talking about the guys they fought. It's like Devin Haney was a great fight with Loma and got washed by Ryan. But at least he fought Loma. It's like the Cambosos is trash. It's like you can't. That was the easiest undisputed fight in the history of boxing.
So I don't know about that. So here's the thing, right?
Shakur's biggest fights against bums.
Here's the thing.
Like,
before you move
I want to see
right?
Shakur-Tank. To me, is a 50-50 fight. I think Tank wins. But I like I said, if it goes the other way, it goes the other way. I just think Tank wins. But them dudes fought bums, bro.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? And this is something I told Greg a little while ago. It's about being objective about it, right? When you're talking about, this guy could beat this guy and they never fought, that's you using your imagination, trying to figure out who are one between the two. Oh, but these guys will definitely beat. Yeah, that's using your imagination. Who knows who will beat who, right? But we know objectively, right, who the current top champions are. We know objectively who the current top 1 to 10 people are for a certain sanction body, right? So for you to say you conquered the division, you have to have beaten the current champion, and that's the top champions. That's just an objective truth. There's no dreaming or dream fight thinking or any of that. It's just objective truth. Like
But can I ask you a question?
Hacker, bro, you go from panel to panel getting cooked on the same fucking topic, just like you run from different panels in the same.
Because it's the truth. Like, it's literally the same. No, because you said the same. Tank has been at 135 for over 5 years. He never fought one current.
Bro, but you done said this same shit on Knockout Channel, bro.
Yeah, but it's true. It's always true.
It's not true.
It stands
and you
true.
don't pay money behind.
If I'm lying,
bro.
tell me a current top level champion that Tank fought 135.
What makes them a top level champion though?
When they have a primary belt.
He's just defining it as someone with a belt. That's it. He's just defining it as someone with a belt.
Okay, George Kambosos is the greatest fighter since Ali.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, real quick. So, Boxing Hacker is just defining it as having a belt that is a primary belt. And what he's doing is he's using primary belt to measure.
I love when he comes on because he's comedy.
Yeah. He's using primary belt as a measure of
being I
like.
hear what he's saying, Greg. I hear what he's saying, but the guys, come on, man.
No. But let me finish.
Boxing Hacker. You know them guys ain't top level fighters. They just have them belts.
Yeah. Exactly, Walt. What is the problem? And I think where a lot of fans take issue, and I think this is where there's a dichotomy that exists between certain fans, is
Devin
that
Haney has the best resume out of all of them. I agree with that. But you're putting a lot. Ryan Garcia.
You're putting a lot of emphasis on winning belts, right? And what other people are saying is that they're looking at not only your accomplishments, but the eye test. They're looking at what they see when they see these fighters in the ring, right? And so they're saying, yes, Oscar Valdez was a champion, but he was also somebody that was with Top Rank that was going to be positioned for a certain title, because we know titles can get positioned for certain fighters depending on who they are affiliated with. And at the time, Tank was not affiliated. If I put it to you like this, if Tank was on Top Rank, he would have already beaten a quote unquote actual champion. Those belts were all over there with Top Rank.
Exactly.
So
Top Rank had control of the division.
I hear what you're saying. The problem is this, right? The eye test is subjectivity, right?
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. But the other thing,
I just want to ask you this question.
But hold on, real quick. Let me answer what you're saying though, Boxing Hacker. Look, real quick. You defining that being something like winning a championship, or hold on, Walt. If you defining, because that's essentially what you're doing, defining someone by beating a current quote unquote real regular champion or whatever is also subjective, because again, those individuals can get positioned. So just because they are champions doesn't mean anything. So if he would have beat Rolly Romero right before or after he won the title from the other guy, you would have solidified that as being something? You wouldn't have, because we know Rolly is not that.
If Rolly had beat who?
If Rolly was at 135 and was a champion, so instead of being 140, he had won a 135 championship, and Tank beat him after that in that fight, you would not have been saying that he beat a champion. You wouldn't care.
I would. 100% I would. 100% I would. Because
get the fuck out of here.
It's objective. So like, we look at the ranking system, we look at the titles, it's objective. If he beats Rolly,
Boston Hacker, you can name 15 dudes that would beat George Kambosos.
So let me ask you a question, Boxing Hacker, real quick, guys. Let me ask him a question. Yeah. So you're basically defining everything by winning a championship. So you're saying that by winning a championship, you've accomplished something?
Of course, you accomplished something. That's.
So you're telling me in the history of the sport. So hold on, you're telling me in the history of the sport that we've never had someone that had a title that was not really a good champion.
Yeah, you might not be a good champion, but you're still a champion. You're still, when you're a champion.
So simply winning a title is it?
Yo,
Greg, guess what?
Thank you for the comedy, brother.
Usyk is undisputed at heavyweight, right? No, and let's say there's another heavyweight, right? Let's say there's another heavyweight that beats all the heavyweights that they're at heavyweight, right? They can never be ranked above Usyk because he's undisputed. He has all the primary belts. He is the one, objectively speaking, who has conquered the division. Objectively.
Yes, but nobody's claiming that Tank conquered the division.
You can beat AJ 5 times, but you can't be ranked over Usyk because Usyk is the current.
King Judah made the most sense, man.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. You have to. For you to say conquer the division, you have to.
I think Tank's the best in that around that way. But what King Judah
when
said,
they say Tank is a multi-division champion, he has one. He only won a primary title at 130.
This dude boxing hack. I don't understand.
That was already undisputed champion. 135. Lomachenko was already unified. So no, he was only a champion at 130. He was only a primary champion at 130.
But hold up. But nobody's arguing that. Nobody's arguing that.
Yeah, but that's the criticism though. When people say he hasn't fought nobody, they're saying you haven't beat the top guys.
But to me, just because you have a title doesn't mean you are a top guy in the division.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, it doesn't.
No matter what you say, Rolly Romero,
nobody in their right mind would say that.
Romero.
No matter, I can never be. Was a champion. Rolly was a champion at. Rolly was a champion at 140, bro. Nobody in their right mind would say that. Rolly was a top fighter at 140.
Frank Martin, Rolly Romero.
So yeah, that's a great point. Boston Hacker answered that. Was Rolly Romero a top fighter at 140, knowing that we had Josh Taylor, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Sabril Matias, all those guys.
Level champion. Once he beat Barroso, he was not. When he was champion, he was a champion.
Yo,
hold on. I didn't hear you. You saying he was a top level? He was a top level fighter or champion?
Primary champion, yes.
But we're talking, but that's the difference. People don't. No. We're talking about top level fighters. I think that's where the disconnect. People don't care about you just being a champion because they know that you can be positioned to win a championship just based off who you are affiliated with. So we know that to be true. Like, okay, I'm gonna give you an example, Boxing Hacker. You know that. Hold on, real quick. You know that in corporate America, that based off who you know, you could be selected and put in a certain position. You're telling me just because somebody is the VP, that means that they are the best person in the company for that job? Just because they're in that position? When we know that there are other people that can put them in that position?
So if you're the VP of the company, you're the VP. There's nothing.
Okay.
Who else into the company? You're the VP, right?
But no. But that's not the question. That's not a question I'm asking. The question I'm asking, you're the VP. Is there somebody in that company that would be better suited? Is it possible that there's somebody that could be better suited for a VP?
Yes, it's possible.
Okay.
Guess what? They haven't made it to that level. You have to. You can't just.
But hold on.
How can you say they made it? They never made it to that
level.
But Boston Hacker, hold on. Boston Hacker, hold on.
Wow.
Hold on, Boston Hacker. The CEO of the company is their daddy.
It doesn't.
It's their daddy. Wow. No, it does change it. Hey man, I'm done with him. He's on that stuff again. He tripping.
Here's the thing. If you're better than me, if I'm better than you, that's something that is subjective, is relative. We have to do some kind of analysis to figure it out.
Hold on. Hey, Boxing Hacker. So you're telling me we can have a situation where you got a guy that's a VP that's put in a role, but there's a guy that's a senior director who was in another company that grew the company by X percentage, which is objective, contributed to cash flow, which is objective. These are all things that can be measured. He comes into the company with another guy. They're both senior directors. This guy hasn't done anything in the company. He hasn't grown revenue. He hasn't grown cash flow, nothing. So objectively, he hasn't done anything, but yet he was put in a position. What are we saying?
So wait, are you saying he was put in a position lower than VP? Is that what you're saying?
No, they were both senior directors. One is accomplished, the other one is not. But the one that's not accomplished ended up getting put into the role.
Okay, good question.
That's the vice president's son type shit.
With that being said, who's higher in hierarchy?
What? They were both at the same level. But they were both at the same level. Hold up, they were both at the same level. One is accomplished with measurables. The other one is not. The one that is not, his daddy is the CEO. He got promoted to VP. So now he's in a position, but you can't come in and say because he's the VP, he's the best person in the company. He's not.
Oh, so he made up. Okay, I understand what
you're saying. Hey, Greg, Keyshawn Davis is getting ready to fight the Ukrainian dude. Right. Keyshawn Davis is favored in the fight. But the Ukrainian dude's a champ. So what Boston Hacker is saying is he's better than Keyshawn.
Based on hierarchy, which is objective. Hierarchy is still objective. The person who's a VP is still ranked higher than the person.
That's fine. That doesn't mean he's ranked. Hold on. He's ranked higher. Hierarchy from a hierarchy perspective, he's ranked higher. Every other objectionable measure, he is not up to snuff, which proves my point. He was simply put in a role because of affiliation.
Maybe the hierarchy still stands, though.
Doesn't matter. The hierarchy. The hierarchy. That's not the point that we're met. The hierarchy is the hierarchy. We're not arguing that. We're not arguing that.
There are people that might be better than me in junior. There might be junior engineers that might be better than me, right? However, based on hierarchy, no matter how good they are, I'm still higher in that ladder.
But that doesn't mean that you're better. All we're saying is doesn't mean that you're better. All we're saying, that's fine. Dude, that's Boxing Hacker. That is fine. All we're saying is that the circumstances, that doesn't mean you're better. All it means is that you've been put in a position. Doesn't matter if it's a position higher than somebody else. You were still put there.
Hacker, are you saying that guy is better than Keyshawn? Are you saying he's a better fighter than Keyshawn?
I think he went on mute. He went on mute, man. Somebody probably was in the back like, man, what is this guy talking about?
I don't understand. I understand what he's saying, that they got the belt, but come on, man, it's like
he's trying to make belts mean everything.
He said that George Kambosos was a great win.
He's trying to make belts mean everything.
That's basically what he's saying.
He's trying to make belts mean everything.
He tried to push.
You could go at 135 or 140, and you could probably got 20 guys that beat George Kambosos.
Yeah, he's simply trying to make belts mean everything.
Trying to get that fight.
Hey, is King Judah on? King Judah, what's your thoughts on what he's saying here, man? I want to get your take. King Judah, you still there? It looked like you're talking, bro, but I can't hear you. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, I kind of stepped away, bro. I do know the guy was saying that. I think the last thing I heard was he was saying that just because you beat a champion, you beat the top champion. I think that's what he was saying.
He's basically saying that being a champion is everything.
That makes you the best. And it's I was saying, Keyshawn's fighting a guy who has a belt. Keyshawn's better than that guy. He was saying, no, that guy's better than Keyshawn because he got the belt.
Nah. Let me say this. No, I don't believe that. Because of the main reason is we have a lot of belts in boxing. And I think I heard you say, Greg, that a lot of times guys get put in position for a belt based off who they're affiliated with. That's true.
Yep.
So having a belt is not, because I'm gonna tell you one thing about me too. I know you guys just met me, but I also believe that it's not all about how I want to say it. Like, to me, I go off who you beat.
Yep.
You could tell me you fought 30. You could tell me you beat 30 champions in a row, but I'm gonna look at who those champions were.
Facts.
To me, you only as good as who you beat. In the fighter that you fought, to me, his skill is based on who he beat. So I'm judging him on who he beat, and I'm judging you whether or not you good based off the guy you beat and the guys they beat in the past. That's how I look at it.
Yep. Fact. I look at it like that as well. That's no different than
it's just this era of boxing terrible because nobody fights nobody. They don't.
I'd have felt like Spence had if he would have beat Bud, I felt like he would have had a better resume. I already felt like he had a better resume than Devin when it came to the situation with Devin, how he got undisputed, opposed to like the way that Earl went through all these different champions, beating all these different champions. And when he got to Bud, had he beat Bud, I'd have felt like that was a better run.
Devin had the easiest route to undisputed in the history of the sport.
That's absolutely true. And I'm not knocking Devin. I actually think Devin has the best resume from 135 to 140. I actually think he has the best resume. I just think like the whole comments like Tank resume is just like poo-poo. That's just because he hasn't beat quote unquote the regular champion. It's just not true.
Right.
To me, Tank has to fight Shakur. I think Devin's a 147 pounder.
Yeah,
I think that's where he's gonna make the rest of his head at. But I they could have fought years ago. I agree with that. But I just think Tank's really 130 pounder that fights at 135. I want to see him. To me, I agree. He has to fight Shakur. If he hangs him up with fights before he fights Shakur, and Tank's one of my favorite fighters, that would drop him to me because it's like Shakur and him are the best 135 pounders. They should get it on. But I think Devin is going to have a hard time, like I said, because He's really 147 pounder that's trying to squeeze at 143. If you look at him before fights, he's 147 pounder. If he gets in the ring with anybody at 147, even Antoine Russell, somebody who can attack and get up under him, they're going to hurt him because he showed, if you go back to the Lenore's fight, if you go back to the the Lomachenko fight, he was getting hit with the left hand all day. And just watching his training tape, he was still getting hit with left hand. I don't know how they don't fix that because Devin has the skill to wash Ryan, but it's that one flaw that he has.
What you about to say, King Judah?
Yeah, I was just saying that we were talking about Tank resume. That's what it got to, and I agree with y'all that he might not fight Devin because I'm actually a Devin fan, and I know Devin big. You know what I mean? Like even squeezing down to 140, that's not gonna last long for Devin. He gonna get bigger, and he gonna get bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? So
he's trying to fight at 144, his own weight class, which I never heard of that shit. He's just too big for 140 as well. But I don't feel like he has enough power to go to 147.
That's the problem.
Right,
that don't bother me with Devin because Canelo does it all the time. That's all. If they're gonna let Canelo's punk ass do it, Devin should be able to do it too.
Go ahead, King Judah.
This is what I wanted to say. So with that being said, all I'm saying is about Tank Davis, right? I do want him to see him fight Shakur, but I feel like it's not enough his feet being held to the fire. My thing is at least unify. This dude said he got 3 fights left. He at least need to unify with somebody.
But hold on. King Judah, let me ask you this though, real King Judah.
Unify with Loma. Loma wouldn't fight him.
Yeah, that's where I was about to go. What about the Loma situation?
Shakur to get up on camera and say some shit like he feel like Tank is soft because if he retired without, I guess, fighting whoever he wanted to fight. Like, bro, you shouldn't be talking about nobody soft. Because last thing I remember, bro, you was trying to retire because you didn't get the Navarrete fight, bro. So what does that make you?
So when it come to Loma, though, I said it in the chat. Y'all probably didn't see it. When it come to Loma, I'm not gonna lie. The reason why I don't have no smoke for Loma ducking is because I never thought Loma could beat Tank, Shakur, or Devin. I don't put him on their level anyway. I think they all beat Loma. So. Hold on. Let me ask you a question real quick, because you say you think Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney beats Gervonta Davis, right? Right. So then why don't you shouldn't have any smoke for Tank, using your logic that you just used for not having smoke for Loma? Well, no, I'm not understanding your argument now. The small difference is I don't think Loma stands a chance against any of those 3. I'm on record telling you guys that I'm not for sure that, I say I believe Devin and Shakur beat Tank. I'm not sure about that.
King Judah did say that he's not sure
Tank can beat them. I still think Tank can beat them too. You see what I'm saying?
He did say that.
So you think it's more of a 50-50 fight?
Yeah, I'll put it like I said. Let's say 60-40. If you honestly ask me, and I'm a Devin Haney fan, if you put him in the ring with Tank Davis, his chances to beat Tank, I think it's 60-40. To me, his chances of beating Tank is slightly better than Tank beating him. Because I do believe
they're not going to give Shakur a win over Tank by just tapping and jumping back at 10 feet. He's going to have to fight in that fight. If them 2 dudes fight, the way Tank is positioned in the sport right now, Shakur's going to have to fight him. He's not going to win by like that De Los Santos win. He's not going to win by throwing 100 punches, throwing a jab, and then jumping on the side of the ring. He's going to have to fight. They're not going to give him rounds in that. It's just the same thing that happened with Bivol and the other dude. Bivol was throwing a lot more punches, but they weren't giving him credit because he wasn't, he was just landing the jet.
You can't just run from somebody's power and believe you're going to get away with that.
Shakur's going to have to engage if he fights Tank.
Yeah, they're not going to power punch you. They're not going to just let you run from them and think you're not going to pity pat your way to a win. It's not going to happen. Go ahead.
Can I say something real quick? This is my issue when it comes with the Loma shit, though, bro. I don't like discrediting Loma because obviously he's a champion at 130, 35. Yeah. So this man literally, Devin Haney went 24 rounds with George Kambosos and didn't stop him. But Loma just stopped George Kambosos in his last fight, which was an excellent win, an excellent stoppage as well. So I don't feel like we should be like, well, no, I don't feel like he can't beat Tank or do this, and I don't feel like he could beat Tank. But at the same time, I don't want to hear people saying like he over the top or he don't feel like he can hang in there with the top contenders at 135. I just don't agree with that.
I think Loma got to the point where I think even in Loma heart, like you see after the Devin Haney fight, he was in there crying. Like Loma know that a lot of time went by. Loma best years is behind him, and even though it's true that Loma can get in there with some 135 pounder, some real good ones and win, he know he in no position to beat a Tank Davis or Shakur Stevenson.
I agree with that.
I agree with that too.
He wasn't in no position to beat Devin Haney yet. He fought him. Tank should be able to go in there and fight him and get the same credit that Devin gets. Am I lying?
But they not gonna give it. Not Greg. Now be real. This not me saying this because I'm a Devin fan. They not gonna give Tank the same credit for fighting Loma years later. They're not gonna do it.
It's not years later. Hold on. It's not years later. He was. Hold on. Hold on, Walt. It's not years later. They fought. Hold on, Walt. Hold on.
Right doesn't work against Shakur.
Hold on, real quick, Walt. They fought in 2023. Devin and because I remember where I was when they fought. They fought in 2023. Tank was gonna fight him in 2024. 1 year later. Let's not do that. If one gets credit, the other one got to get the credit.
That's what I be saying, man.
Nah, they never give Tank credit because they gave Devin credit for fighting Ryan, but gave Tank no credit for fighting and stopping.
That was the best version of Ryan, but anybody with damn near 2020
Dude, Ryan had never fought at 140 before that. People keep lying with that. He had fought at 138 because the other guy wanted to fight at 138. Ryan had never fought at 140 before that, bro. So people need to stop with that bullshit. You can look at his box rack. He fought a fight that the Dominican dude couldn't make weight. Ryan made 135. Dominican dude couldn't, so they fought at 138.
But here's the thing: the criticism from Loma and Tank doesn't really stem from now. It stems from before. It's not like Loma's not a good fighter. It stems from the before when back in the day when
Ryan had never fought at 140. So people need to stop saying that the best version of Ryan. Ryan looked better in the Tank fight than he looked in the Devin Haney fight. He was.
Yeah, it's not about the fights. It's about what happened before. Because back then it used to be like people were trying to line them up to fight, and they were like, "Oh, we don't have to rush and take this fight. He's running out of time. We'll just wait till he gets old."
Okay, now tell the part about Loma. What Loma was saying on camera. Don't just
Loma's still on camera. When he said on camera, I think you're talking about ES News report, right? He said on camera, "Why are we fighting now? Why did we fight when I was at 130? We could have unified because Loma's whole plan."
No. You got to listen to the whole thing. He says that Tank is nobody. He's talking about fighting pay-per-view. He did not say he's going to fight him. He just said he's nobody.
Pay-per-view for money.
Loma's whole plan was to become undisputed. His plan's always been undisputed. You know. So when that's the whole issue with the Loma situation, and even Loma, if people pay close attention,
you could tell Boxing Act is a top ranked lover.
And Bosa's fight,
every top ranked dude, he gives them much love.
They said that Tank.
You can see it, brother. I know you like. I don't know what it is, B.
They asked Loma. They told Loma that Tank looked like he's interested in fighting you, and Loma literally said, "Oh, he must think I'm old now." And he was literally referring to what happened in the past. You know, because in the past, his team kept talking about his age as the reason why they don't need to fight him at the moment.
But if you got Loma on camera saying that,
if Tank goes on a fight on three like Pete Shakur and all, Devin and Tio all in a row, I guarantee you they give him no credit for it. Guarantee you, bro.
Who does that? Who does what?
Bro, it's just honestly, this the thing about it. Everybody have their different fighters that they support more. That's natural. I hate people who try to act like that's not the case.
Agreed.
And I don't care. I don't mind it. My thing is this here. This is my only problem I have with Tank fans. You sit up. I see people in the chat say we make excuses. We attacking him for different things. My thing is, why is it that every decision Tank make is okay? Tank is the only fighter in boxing I've seen that whatever decision he makes is supported by his fan base. It don't matter who
I
you
don't
choose
agree with that. I think he should fight. Yeah. I think he should. I want him to fight Frank. I think he should fight Shakur. To me, and if Keyshawn, if he fights, I think his next is if he's fighting 3 fights, he should be Shakur, Keyshawn, and the next best dude at 135. If that's what he's gonna do. If he doesn't do that, to me, it diminishes him. If he's really going out in 3 fights, they got to be the 3 fights.
We can't. Only reason why I can't say that I can't hold that man feet to the fire for trying to fight 2 champions in his division. One of them ducked out of the situation, and the other one I guess just went over for Turkey to go get some easy money.
That's what Shakur did.
He was offered a one-fight. He was offered a one-fight deal with the rematch clause, basically for Tank. And then you tell me, then you get on camera talking about you ain't into chasing fighters and shit, bro. Like, man, like, bro, you gotta make up your mind, bro.
He chasing Cepeda though.
Because I hold Shakur just as much as I hold Tank for them to not fight. So I just want to see them fight. I like both fighters, but I like Tank better.
I'm trying to find this real quick.
Tank's one of my favorite fighters.
I'm trying to find this Lomachenko video, but man, I just found this one here. I've never seen this, so I'm about to play it.
When he fights Tank, what happens?
It's never happened.
This nigga's scared.
You know what? It's never happened because now he understands his skill. He understands his level. Fazi understands his level. And now I think he go up in the 140 and still
gonna get killed.
No. He going 140 and still fighting, just regular boxer.
But not Regis. Not.
He's talking about Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney, and he said Devin. So now, Boxing Hacker, you just took the word of Lomachenko saying that, well, the word that he just stated means that, then Tank could have had the opportunity to fight him. Now he's saying that, but hold on. But now he's saying that Devin is scared of Gervonta Davis after seeing his skill level. So do you still take his word?
Right? You know why I said that, right? Because him and Devin just fought, and he was very salty about.
So now you're implying. Because no. You all about being objective. You're saying that it's all about being objective. So now you're using subjectivity to prove your point. No, you just said that one thing. Okay, so then I can turn around and say he was salty then.
Objective. Yes, he said that. You're absolutely correct.
Okay then we're done. He said so. Do you have to believe that too? You have to believe both. You believe one or you believe the other one. Either you believe both or you don't believe either. Either you believe both or you don't believe either.
They always.
Like King Judah said, we all got our favorite fight. I just want to see him fight. I'm an old man. I'm 62. I want to see Tank and Shakur get in there.
That's what he said.
I really don't.
That's what he just said. And we just heard it.
I think Devin's in a bad position because he has no power, and his whole fighting skills centered on the jab. He hasn't developed anything else but that jab. The jab's got him this far, and I don't think it's gonna do much at 147. I think he's in a bad spot.
Power is not the only thing in boxing. I don't know why people have this.
No, yeah, power is not the only thing in boxing. You have other skills. Devin can't fight inside. Floyd didn't have great power, but he could fight inside. Devin can't. Devin's whole fight is predicated on a great jab. If Devin can't use that jab, he's in trouble.
Yeah, but the jab.
He's not bigger than the other fighter. He's in trouble.
If a lot of fighters can't use their jab,
he gets hit with a left hand. He's going sleepy time T.
Hey, I'm sorry, Boxing Hacker, but Devin gonna get put in the dirt soon. I hope you just take that and accept it. I want you to come on here front and center.
Antoine Russell, he's going to sleep.
We'll see.
Hold up, Boxing Hacker. If Devin
going to sleep,
if Devin gets put in the dirt, will you come on here and say he was not as good as you thought he was?
No, I won't say. I'll say he took a loss. I'll say, yeah, brother took a loss.
No, I agree. No, listen, I agree with Boxing Hacker. One thing about me. Hold
on, Go ahead, King Judah.
No, I was about to say I agree with Boxing Hacker there. I'm a Devin fan, and if Devin was to get knocked out, that's not going to change the way I view him. Because one thing I'm going to tell y'all about me, my favorite fighters in history have been Muhammad Ali, Errol Spence, and Devin Haney. And I watched them all get beat to a pulp. Yeah, and one thing they all had in common, let me say this. One thing they all had in common is that with the worst beatings of their life they ever took, I never seen neither one of them quit. And that's why they're my favorite fighters.
So I think that's fine. Let me ask you this. If he gets put in the dirt and then he comes back and get put in the dirt again and then come back and get put in the dirt again, like back-to-back dirt sessions, dirt naps, will you then say he was not as good as you guys say?
Devin Haney.
I'm gonna say, listen. No, honestly, let me tell y'all what I would say. I would say he fell off. I would say I don't know what happened.
He might have fell off.
I don't know what happened, but he fell off. He was better than that.
Hey man, there's a lot of fighters here losses that people still call right?
No. I'm not talking about losses, because every fighter, and I'm glad I'm glad Walter's on here. I'm glad you are on here, King Judah, because you said something that is important, is that we all have biases. I've said that so many times on the channel. We all have biases. So at the end of the day, you're gonna spin things. You're gonna use logic, but except Boxing Hacker. Boxing Hacker uses no fucking logic. But everybody else, they use logic to make their point to go towards whatever their bias is, right? So I don't have a problem with that. But at some point, so taking a loss is not a problem. I have no problem. Like if Devin were to go fight Tio and lose a 12-round decision, and it's like it's 7-5 or 8-4, and then he loses to some other guy 7-5. I would say, okay, he's not as good as what people think he was, right? Which is what I always thought. But he's not a bum. He just lost to a better fighter. Right. But man, if he gets put in the dirt like in a few rounds in like 2 or 3 consecutive fights, he wasn't it, guys. I'm sorry. That is possible.
You know what they're gonna say, Greg? They're gonna say,
so Greg, I want to ask you a question.
Hold on. King Judah got a question for me. What's your question?
I want to use something with a similar precept like what you gave me.
Tank
Davis.
He wasn't what I thought he was. Yeah, he wasn't what I thought he was.
Well, no. It's not the same exact precept though.
Oh, okay.
Say if Tank Davis have these last 3 fights and he doesn't fight Shakur, and we already say he's not fighting Devin, but let's say he doesn't unify with a worthy champion and he just retires. Do you believe in 10 years Tank Davis is going to be seen as a great fighter with his current resume?
Probably not. I would lean towards not more than I would being.
I think he'll just go down as a dude with a lot of power. People will bring up his power.
Let me get this
I agree.
real quick, bro.
That they're gonna hold that against him.
Yeah,
and that's why I say, me personally, I'm a lifelong boxing fan, and I see myself watching this sport until I die. And I always envision myself as that old gray man that can tell the kids about the stories of the fighters that they only hear about, that they didn't get a chance to. If Tank don't unify with somebody, that's what I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna say this was a dude that had a lot of skills.
But he just tried to unify.
When they asked me how good he was, listen. When they ask me how good was Tank, I always tell them I don't know. That's all I would be, because right now that's how I feel about Tank Davis. This dude got all the skills in the world. We know that he got rockets in both hands. He got defense, he got skills, got speed. I still can't tell you how good he is, because I feel like everybody he stepped in the ring with wasn't supposed to be in the ring with him in the first place.
You can say the same thing, Boston Hacker. You can say the same thing about Shakur right now, though, right?
I can. One thing about Shakur I don't understand, because I'm not a real big Shakur fan either. One thing I don't understand about Shakur is it seems like he put himself in position not to get the best fights a lot of times. It's like
I meant to say King Judy. King Judy, you make a lot of sense, bro. You're one of my favorite dudes on here, man, because at least you pull it from both sides. You don't just, even though you're a Devin fan, you speak facts, man. And I respect that.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. I try to stay I try to stay as neutral as possible. Like I say, we all have biases, but I just think that Shakur do put himself in positions not to get fights a lot of times, based off who we choose to sign with. Some of the things he says off, sometimes you put a camera in his face, and sometimes he says shit that it sounds like to me you don't want to fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna give
the same mistake that Boots just made. Boots made a terrible mistake signing with Eddie Hearn. I think Boots is gonna get the boo-boo treatment.
I don't think I agree with you. I'm gonna give King Judah some credit all the way until I get to Devin Haney. I think I ain't heard him shit on Devin yet. I need him to be a little bit more on the other side with Devin. Once I hear that, I give.
Let me go in right quick. Let me go in right quick, because a lot of people who know me, or maybe in your chat, they know of me. They know I've been going hard for Devin for years, right? And they know that after Devin got that pummeling by Ryan Garcia, I did go in, not just on Devin, but on Bill Haney also. Because the first thing I noticed when I first I'm watching the fight, I'm seeing how this is going down. The first thing I noticed that Devin Haney was stepping to Ryan Garcia, who was bigger than him and had more power than him. That was the first mistake I seen. You constantly you had a game plan to go to the bigger man with more power. That never made sense to me. On top of that, I seen him didn't get out the way of the left hand. But more importantly, I saw when Devin went to the corner, went to the ring, I heard Devin try to, same thing with the Lomachenko fight. Devin tried to tell Bill about whatever you tell it, whatever instructions you're giving me is not working right now. I need a different instruction. And I heard Bill Haney said, no, just keep doing the same thing. Right then and there, I knew Devin was not going to recover from that fight. And I knew that he was probably going to end up losing. Because my whole issue with the Haney camp is a lot of people say, well, Devin can't get out the way of left hand. Devin don't have power. Devin's biggest problem is not those two things. Devin's biggest problem is that Bill Haney had too much control over what happened.
Thank you.
Devin Haney has
Greg,
always
I
needed
said
another
that years ago, brother, when I first came on this thing.
Another voice in the corner.
Devin Haney
and
can fight. His training's terrible.
I'm glad I'm seeing in these training camps that they're having different guys working with Devin, and I'm hoping that translates to his next fight, actually having somebody else in the corner too. Because I love Bill Haney. He did a great job with his son, right? Now, Bill Haney, right? He's a genius for where he got Devin. But at this point in Devin's career, you saying you want him to fight the best of the best. When you talk about Tanks and Shakurs and maybe guys better in the future, you need more than Bill Haney, who has never stepped in the ring in his life, to be giving Devin instruction.
A lot of coaches never stepped in the ring a day of their life as well. So and they're still good coaches.
Well, they probably grew up around boxing too, also, right? Like I understand Bill knows about boxing.
You to say Devin still fights the same. Bill has not added on anything to it. It's just when I first saw Devin fight, I was a fan, and then his father started taking away because his father just kept talking, saying
should have kept him with Floyd.
Ever, and I never see no development. I just seen the same. He's still doing the same thing. Think about that. All the way back to the Norris fight, he's still getting hit with left hand. If Bill was anything worth anything, Devin would have took that away.
Imagine what Tank would have did to him.
Reality, guys. Here's the reality for everybody. Fighters get hit and fight.
Boston, you got it, bro. Please, bro. Come on, man. You're going to get ready to tell us. Come on, baby.
It's weird when people say he doesn't know how to block. This kid's been boxing his whole life. Do you think he never learned how to block a left hook? Let's be real about things.
So why didn't he block the one in the fight?
Because you get caught. You get
over and over.
You got caught against Norris. You got caught against what's my man's name? The other little Spanish cat in Lomachenko.
Hey, what Greg?
You get caught.
Do you remember? I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with that. So none of us are boxers, right? But I am around the sport, and I kind of go off. I make my assumptions based off what I see. I need some type of facts for me to make an assumption. Yeah. So everybody's saying Devin, like the other guy said, well, Devin been fighting as long, he know how to block a left. That's true. I don't think Devin was getting hit by the left because he can't block. It goes back to what I was saying at first. It's the instructions he's getting. Because if you go back to the Lomachenko fight, Devin kept walking right into that straight left hand, right? He was walking straight into that left hand over and over again. What I heard Devin do was he went to the corner and Bill told him the instruction for Devin was to bait the left hand and go up under it. What Devin kept trying to tell Bill, he doubling up on it. It's not just one left hand. And you know what Bill told him? Keep doing it.
So let me ask you a question. I got a question, though. I got a question.
No city without Mickey Bates on it. He said exactly what you said. He said that Devin knew to go away from that, but he got other instructions.
But hold on, let me ask you a question though, because we're talking about upper echelon fighters here, upper echelon fighters. Which means that they also have the ability to look at what's going on in the ring, dissect it, and say, this isn't working, I need to do something different, regardless of what the instructions are. So are you telling me that Devin Haney has a low IQ? Because that's what you're suggesting.
No, sir. No, let me say this. No, sir. What I'm saying is, let me answer Greg real quick. Let me answer Greg.
It doesn't mean you know how to block a right hand.
Bro, let me answer Greg, bro.
Huh?
So let me answer Greg real quick. No, sir, I'm not saying he has a low IQ. What I will tell you that I think one of Devin's biggest problem is he hasn't gotten to the point where he'll challenge his father in the ring.
No,
I think when you telling your father, look, I know what you told me to do. I know what you've been telling me to do all training camp. That's not working. I no longer want to walk into these left hands. We seen Floyd go. We seen Floyd stand up to his daddy. We seen Roy Jones Jr. do it. Who else was at the end of his career? Sean Porter started to stand up to his daddy. Devin has not got to that point where he tells his daddy, you know what, I appreciate your game plan. It's not working. I'm going to try something else. That is Devin. I don't think he has a low IQ. I do think he hasn't got to that point where he'll tell his daddy, you know what, I'm going away from your plan.
So I hear what you're saying. Let me respond to that real quick, and I'll pass it to you, Boxing Hacker. I hear what you're saying, but that's giving credit a lot of benefit of the doubt to Devin, because I ain't gonna keep eating no left hook just to appease my daddy. So I'll say that. Go ahead, Boxer Hacker.
So here's the thing, guys. So when you're in the ring, right? Okay, look at Crawford versus Majimov. Majimov hit Crawford with multiple right hands. Nobody's gonna sit here and say that Crawford doesn't know how to block a right hand. Things like that just happen in boxing. Even if somebody's giving you excellent instructions, sometimes you're in that ring, it's like it becomes dynamic, especially when you get hit flush. Because things like equate like speed, You know how your body is.
That happened in the Majimov fight. Devin Haney got hit in like at least 4 fights with left hand.
I was gonna let him finish. I knew that's what I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna let him finish though.
When he was fighting Tank, and what's his name? Derrick James said, "Hey, stay off the corners. Stay off the corners." He kept telling Frank Martin to do that. Frank Martin kept going back to the corner. It's not to say Frank Martin doesn't know how to stay off the corner. It's just like
Tank is making him go to the corners.
It's like that rule. Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until you get hit. You know what I'm saying? Once you're in that ring, things change. Like it's sometimes hard to follow.
Hacker, can I ask you a question though, based off your logic, right?
Yeah.
How do you allow that from a C-class fighter? Because I have to believe what Devin says out of his mouth. So do you, because you're his biggest fan. So he's telling me that Ryan Garcia is a C-level fighter. There's no way that a C-level fighter should be, because a C-level fighter is like Gotti and Floyd. Gotti couldn't land shit on Floyd. And they said Devin Haney is the second coming of Floyd Mayweather. You said it out of your mouth. I heard you say it. So how is it possible that he kept getting hit with the same punch? That's what I'm not understanding.
You have to ask the Austrian those.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Greg, the way I see boxing also is that, of course, you know, the best fighters, well, you know, everybody have their different attributes they're born with, right?
Yeah.
And after a while, when they come to the height of their career, they peak, that lets you know what level they are. So what I'm saying all that to say this. Devin had a terrible game plan, because if you take,
he did. You're not lying.
Oscar Valdez, right, is a C-class fighter compared to Devin, in my opinion. But if Devin game plan is to step to Oscar Valdez the whole fight, Oscar Valdez would do the same thing to Devin and Ryan Garcia.
Fair.
I don't.
That's what I think.
No, I think Oscar.
No. Game plan does have a big has a big part to do it. Like if you fighting the wrong fight, if you go up in the fight, man, and you're a fucking boxer and you trying to slug it out with a guy that got hella power, that's a dumbass move. Like that's true. Like that's the wrong game plan. However, I just don't understand why he would continue the same game plan regardless of his daddy. That shows low IQ to me. That's why I challenge King Judah. Like you gotta. Like I'm not about to keep eating punches.
I'm pissed off at Devin for that. I got you, bro. But I did when I was watching. I didn't understand why he was doing what he was doing. And I'm gonna tell you what made it worse for me, Greg. Watching the fight, even while it happened and after, I realized that every round that Devin didn't go down in, he won. So they let me know you could have also won the fight with a better game plan.
Fair. I would also say that Ryan Garcia was tired as hell. That's part of the reason why. If Ryan Garcia would have been in good shape and been able to press Devin Haney wouldn't have even made it to the 12th round.
Yeah, if he had used more Austrian or more steroids, you know.
Man, the Austrian is supposed to give him the Austrian is supposed to give you no. Austrian is supposed to help. Supposedly, it's supposed to help you with your endurance. So how the hell is he more tired?
When the Austrian do that?
Hey man. Oh man! So what? So you're telling me that the only thing Austrian does is give you an incredible left hook? Yeah, that's what you're saying.
I told Ryan what to do. Listen,
I do think we're gonna see a different Devin going forward. Like I say, my opinion is, after being a fan for so long and watching what was, because I mean, a lot of people, it just started for them watching Devin's last fight where they felt like Bill Haney may need a helping hand. I saw it in the Lomachenko fight. So
fair.
I do expect going forward that it's gonna be another ear in there, you know, somebody else. And there's nothing wrong with this shit. Tank Davis had 2 trainers his whole career. There's nothing wrong with having somebody else with a different set of eyes.
Man, Crawford got a whole team, and they started game planning for Errol Spence 5 years in advance. So you might as well be prepared, right?
Yeah,
right. I don't see nothing wrong with having multiple people in your ear with a lot of experience and because you know, another thing is, you know, different people see different things. It might be something about you. It may be a weakness that you've always had that Bill just can't see. You know what I'm saying? So
I think he has multiple people. He has Yoel Judah, the king himself. He has a number of other. He has the brother that used to train with Floyd. So I think he has a number of
he just.
Oh, you're talking about? Oh, yeah, Nate Jones.
Nate Jones just got one.
And Yoel Judah is I know he was a hell of a fighter, and to me, he's a good trainer. So I think he has a good team behind him. And people always discredit Bill Haney, but look at the true stats, though, right? If you look at what Devin did at 135, Devin basically outboxed almost everybody he's been in the ring with. You know, he's basically outboxed. He became undisputed. He became a multi-division champion. How many other coaches have fighters who can say the same thing?
I'm not discrediting Bill, but I'm one of the biggest Devin fans you will find on YouTube. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not discrediting Bill or the Haney camp. What I'm just telling the truth. Because I saw it in the Lomachenko fight. Anytime I'm watching the fight, I go to their corner and say, well, look, what you telling me is not working. I need different instructions. And you tell that fighter to keep doing it, that's a red flag.
No, but here's the thing about that Lomachenko. He said he figured me out, right? And which happens in fights. Like if you fight somebody 12 rounds and you have a certain strategy, after a while the other person's thinking too. They're gonna figure what you're doing out as well. If they're a good boxer.
That's boxing
one of the greatest amateurs.
Yeah, but if you watch the fight, brother, Boxing Hacker, you got to understand the context. What Devin was saying, because the game plan was to bait the left hand, because they knew Loma likes to lead with the left hand. They wanted to bait it and go up under it and attack the body. That's why Devin attacked the body so much, because that was the game plan. The game plan was to bait the left hand and go to the body. It worked until it stopped working. That was the 10th and 11th. That's the 10th and 11th round when Devin almost got knocked out. The 10th and 11th round when Devin almost got knocked out. It worked till it didn't.
And then he won the 12th. So he made.
Can I highlight one thing though, guys? This is the only spot where you can come in and get two Devin Haney lovers arguing. AM Sports Media. This is the environment we create. We make them come in here. We make them all clash. We don't give a damn if they fans of the same fighter or not. We got them in here arguing.
To be fair, Greg, I'm gonna be honest with you. One thing about Devin Haney fans, we all have our own same mind. That's why we argue a lot. It's only Tank fans that agree on everything.
Yeah, Tank fans worship each other.
No. Tank fans don't agree with each other.
That's false.
They're making weirdo narratives.
That's not true.
Tank can convince his whole fan base that fighting a C-level fighter is the best move to make, and you can't move them off their square.
There's so many people.
He's the face of boxing. Y'all believe that?
Ever lived. Like, come on, man.
Man, y'all some haters. Y'all some haters, man. Y'all some haters. But anyway, guys, we've gotten to the 2.5-hour mark. Unfortunately, I got to get up and get ready to go do some things with my daughter. She has a gymnastics event today. So I appreciate it, Boxing Hacker. I appreciate it. We appreciate everybody that joined the channel today. Much appreciated. Walt, Boxing Hacker, and King Jude. Honestly, King Jude, this is the first time I heard your name or so, or maybe I've seen your name in the comment section. I didn't remember it, but I appreciate you, fam. We welcome people on here with different perspectives, so you're always welcome, fam.
I got you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, man. I'll catch you guys later. Jay, any other part? We got to talk to the people that provided to the channel today. We need to give them some salutes. Who we got? Jay, you there? Can you hear me?
Oh, no. I thought you were about to do it.
Oh, okay. Let me find it real quick. Let's see. I got it up here. So number one is VPTV, the $1.99. We appreciate you, fam. Jerry Soriano hit us with the $2. Thank you, my Linda for life. Anthony Chulo. It's because he like Papi Chulo, right? Support, and he hit us with the $1.99. Appreciate you, fam. Merlone 9 hit us with the $2, and then Jerry Soriano hit us with another $2. We appreciate you all. Thank you. We will be catching up with you all soon. We got fresh content coming. We got to record it, but we got fresh content coming this week. And until next time, peace.
Peace.